At the start of the story, in a room, a girl sits trembling on a bed as someone enters with a bowl of purple liquid. Here, drink this. The girl's face was pale as she cried out internally, "No, how did it come to this?" The boy held the bowl of medicine closer to her. "What's wrong? Aren't you going to drink it?" Seeing her shy away, he put on a pouty face and said, "I went through so much trouble to get this for you. Are you really not going to drink it?" Passan Aliment, the crown prince of the Unbreak Empire. She replied in a fluster, "No, it's not that I don't plan to drink it. I just want to live out the rest of my life in peace," she thought. Passan continued to plead, "I went all the way to the top of Mount Cran in Sialin to catch a monster and get its heart because I heard it's good for your health. You can't buy this with money, you know. I poured my entire heart and soul into this." She answered helplessly, I'll drink it. I just have to drink it, right?" And so she reluctantly held her breath and drank the entire bowl. Immediately after, she slumped over. "I feel like I'm going to throw up everything I've eaten for the past week." Seeing this, Passan ran over and cheered. "You drank it all. That's amazing, Arlyn. Anyway, since you drank this today, you won't faint anymore. Don't faint again, okay? You have to get my permission before you're allowed to faint. Got it?" She muttered resentfully under her breath. "Could you try to make some sense?" Passan clapped his hands to signal. "All right, now that you've had your medicine, let's get serious." The entire Arlyn Health Council from the Royal Knight Brigade and 99 royal physicians and attending doctors. They are all experts prepared just for you. Everyone cheered enthusiastically. "You can do it! Keep it up! Lady Arlyn, we wish you good health." Arlyn asked blankly, "Why? Why is it going this far?" Passan replied, "Because after drinking the medicine, shouldn't we see how healthy you've become? Come on, Arlyn, 3 sets of muscle training." "My lady, you can do it. Please show us what you've got." "That rabbit doll is nothing. We wish you good health." Cardio is essential too. As she ran around the mansion, she cried out helplessly, "No, let me stop for a second. At this rate, I'll die before I get healthy. I'm going to die." "Oh my, are you tired already? If you're this weak, you need to get better quickly so you can climb mountains and catch monsters with me. But don't worry, I'll definitely help you get healthy again." Arlyn trembled, screaming internally, "Somebody, anybody, please get rid of this male lead for me." Vio Long, a 19-year-old genius whose God-given talent once caught the world's attention. "I didn't lose my life to a typical truck. Instead, it was a luxury piano-shaped car, and I was reborn as a character in a novel. Since I could count the number of novels I'd read on one hand, I quickly remembered the novel I was reincarnated into, a story where the male lead did something to his childhood friend and then became obsessed. The character I became in this novel is Arlyn Sigria Hanbon, the daughter of Duke Hanbon, one of the 5 great ducal families of the Unbreak Empire, and the sole heir to the dukedom. Isn't this like being born with a diamond spoon? I had some happy days like that too. I'd wake up feeling dizzy, and my body would be panting after just a little bit of movement. This useless body. It wasn't until I realized I was a side character doomed to die early. Unaware of how confused I was, the memories of my past life became clearer over time. Gradually, I started hearing things a child shouldn't have to know. That person is... Yes, I heard she's the daughter that Grand Duke Hanbon picked up from somewhere. They don't even know who her mother is. An illegitimate child is becoming the head of the Hanbon family. It's truly the end of the world. A daughter of unknown origin, whom Grand Duke Hanbon suddenly brought home one day. The Grand Duke entrusted Arlyn to the mansion's regent, and abruptly left for the northern front lines. And she passed away before turning 10, leaving the whole truth shrouded in mystery. A side character who only appeared twice in the original story, apparently with an incurable disease, a short-lived person, the male lead's childhood friend who had no real presence. Changing the future set in a novel or growing a business. Don't you need to be healthy to do any of that? What am I supposed to do with this useless body? My past life's memories have returned, but I have no motivation at all. I haven't been able to do anything for almost a week. Speaking of which, it should be about time for that person to arrive. My only guardian. Just then, someone stood outside her room and knocked. "Lady Arlyn, it's Mean." The maids whispered, "It's Sir Mean, let's go." Arlyn called out, "Come in." The door quickly opened. "It's been a while, my lady. This person is Mean Vogue, the regent for Grand Duke Hanbon. I heard you've been staying in your room lately, so I stopped by. If there's anything troubling you, please let me know." Mean, my poor guardian, Arlyn thought. Why does he talk like a public official handling a complaint? Mean, the predator of the Hanbon mansion, was a commoner who was hailed as a genius at a young age. He is Grand Duke Hanbon's regent and chief advisor, and the steward of the capital's mansion. Before I had my past life's memories, I was scared of Mean because of his strict aura. Looking back now, he's just an office worker slaving away for a terrible company. Just then, Mean asked, "My lady, is there something you wish to say?" She looked up and spoke. It's been a while." Hearing her gentle words, Mean was momentarily taken aback. "Yes, it has. There's nothing wrong, so please don't worry. But I've heard from the nannies that you haven't been participating in outside activities recently. Mean never liked me going out anyway, since any activity could affect my heart. Don't worry, I'll stay inside and be good." Mean replied, "I understand." He then left. Back in his room, he pondered. "I can't put my finger on it, but something is very strange, even though it's been 3 months since I last saw the young lady." Thinking this, he called for Dion. "Yes, sir? Summon all the nannies here. Inform everyone to come." A talent as capable as the Hanbon Mansion's steward found himself at a loss when faced with the completely different field of child rearing. So the conclusion he reached was to leave it to the experts. The best of the best who graduated from the International Butler and Maid Academy were gathered using the Duke's funds. Arlyn's care team was formed with these theoretically perfect talents, commonly known as the child care team. At that moment, Mean said, "So, you all feel the same way. Please state your opinions one by one." The head maid Lena shared her thoughts. "I'd say she seems strangely lethargic, or perhaps her cleverness has vanished. The young lady just stays in her room and doesn't come out." The head butler, An, added, "She also smiles less than before, although if you make her laugh, she still laughs quite cheerfully. Did something happen? If something had happened, we would have known. What about the lady's health? According to the doctor, there's nothing unusual. Suddenly, holding herself up like this is a first. It used to be the opposite. We always had to stop her from going out. If we want to see the young lady, she has to come out of her room. Has something like that happened?" Suddenly, the head maid shot up. "Now that you mention it, tomorrow is that day. The day the young lady goes to the royal palace." The next day, Arlyn looked up at the sky and sighed. "So it's that day. The day I meet the male lead." "No, it's a social gathering for the Empire's prodigies, like the Crown Prince and the children of nobility. I hope you have a wonderful time, my lady." Perhaps because this is a world that runs on highly developed magic engineering, it's quite a sight to behold. This must be because it's the royal palace, a place where capital and technology are concentrated, making it so magnificent. Meanwhile, this wretched body of mine feels like it's about to die after just a short walk. She pushed the door open and went inside. Are these people the future of Unbreak? It feels like I'm watching celebrities. So that one will become a famous playboy. So he'll become a famous playboy. And that one over there will become a crazed swordsman, right? And they'll even create a love triangle that will throw the entire empire into an uproar. It feels so strange knowing someone's future, even though I won't be in it. Just then, the sound of everyone's greetings caught her attention. "Your Highness, the Crown Prince." He's here, she thought. The male lead of this novel. She gasped in admiration. Wow, is that really the face of a 7-year-old? Passan brightly addressed everyone. Passan spoke cheerfully. "Hello, everyone. What should we play today? If anyone has any good ideas, let me know." A boy replied, "I can't think of anything." "Let's go play outside. I love playing outside." Or, "I want to play Find the Ball again." "Me too. That game is so fun. Let's go outside right now." Arlyn sat quietly, thinking to herself, look at the energy these kids have. It's obvious, but no one is really paying attention to me, are they? The sole precious gem of Duke Hanbon. Although the descriptions attached to Arlyn are glamorous, the reality is much more pathetic. Even in Hanbon Castle, Arlyn's presence is just like that of a side character. Regardless of status, everyone treats Arlyn that way. When I realized I had been reincarnated, I wished for only one thing: a warm, happy family that would love me more than anyone else. Unfortunately, I didn't get that in this life either. Sigh, let's not get my hopes up. First, I just need to get outside. The servant standing beside her said, "My lady, I will escort you outside." "It's fine, I can walk by myself." "Yes, but my lady..." Arlyn ignored the maid and left on her own. The Arlyn in the novel was weak, so she probably couldn't play much with the other children. Even in that situation, she tried so hard not to be ostracized. But why should I have to do that? I don't want to do that. I'll just kill some time and go home. Resting in the shade like this is much more comfortable than struggling to please someone. The wind is cool too, so my complicated thoughts are fading away. Suddenly, a noise in the bushes caught her attention. She saw a tail wagging. Is it a cat? I see it around here sometimes. Is it the Empress's or the Emperor's pet? With that thought, she walked over and said with a smile, "Hello, kitty." The cat meowed once, "Meow!" and then shot off like a rocket. She ducked into the bushes to look for it. "Kitty, where are you?" Suddenly, her eyes widened. Passan appeared out of nowhere and grabbed her hand. Passan asked in surprise, "Who are you?" She, on the other hand, was bewildered. Crown Prince Passan, why is he here? She stammered. I am from the House of Hanbon. What are you doing here all by yourself? Everyone is gathered together and playing. Ah, that. I'm very weak, so I can't play with them. What? You're weak? Yes, I fall over just from running a little. Yes, I fall over just from running a little. This is so annoying, she thought wearily. Can't you just accept it and leave? Passan didn't believe her and asked again, how can someone fall just from running? You're not lying, are you? She pleaded internally, stop caring and just go away. I'm telling the truth, Passan suggested. Then try running. She froze and asked, excuse me? Passan insisted. Run. You said you weren't lying, right? Yes, I'm not. She closed her eyes and let out a sigh. All right, if I have to do it, I might as well get it over with. I won't forget this, that psycho prince. The weather is too nice for falling over. This useless body. How much did I even run before hitting my limit? Passan ran behind her, cheering her on. He rushed forward in alarm. He managed to catch her just in time, astonished. Just then, a servant walked by. Seeing the color drain from her face, the servant shouted, My lady, someone call the royal physician. Later at the ducal mansion, Min walked along, deep in thought. Today was the social gathering for the crown prince and the empire's prodigies, also known as the Childhood Friends Meeting Day. In the safest place in the world, Lady Arlyn collapsed and was brought back. Furthermore, the royal family hasn't given a clear explanation for treating the House of Hanbon this way. It's highly likely the royal family is involved. This is a declaration of war against Grand Duke Hanbon. We must question the palace. Thinking this, Min said, the issue with the royal palace can be dealt with later. Is the young lady all right? She has woken up, but she ordered all visitors to be sent away. She said she doesn't want to see anyone. At the same time, in the royal palace, the Empress summoned Passan. Yes, mother. She questioned him. I heard you committed a grave offense against the lady of the Hanbon family. What have I always told you? Passan immediately replied, to always be kind to all children. Passan replied, to always be kind to all children. I know full well that the responsibility is heavier for a deliberate transgression. Go to the Hanbon mansion at once and formally apologize to Lady Arlyn. Until you are forgiven, the crown prince's sweet tea and desserts, including even a single small chocolate, are all strictly forbidden. Passan looked crushed without his snacks. The next day at the ducal mansion, Arlyn sat leisurely, enjoying some cake. She suddenly stopped thinking, am I a sunfish? I knew my body was weak. But how did I collapse just from running for a little bit? I thought I could still manage something. Suddenly she heard the maids whispering, did you hear that idiot ordered all visitors away? She's probably just seeking attention. Poor Sir Min. Poor Sir Min. A young man in his prime having to take care of a child. He's so pitiful because of that idiot. I'm used to this kind of situation, Arlyn thought. She remembered her past life. Do you still think you're a genius? Acting so high and mighty, and look at you now. I wish her hand was broken for good. To my face, they tried to lie, but their backs told me the truth about myself. Do they look like friends to you? In the end, they're all just your rivals. It's no different here than in my past life. I just wanted to be loved by my mother. In Min's office. Is taking care of a child this difficult? He remembered Arlyn's words. Don't worry, I'll be good. He thought to himself, perhaps I should pay more attention to her. Lady Arlyn Sigria Hanbon is my master's daughter, and I have raised her since she was a baby. So even though I've fully entrusted her to the childcare team, I can't help but worry. I am just a guardian walking alongside her for a short part of her journey. I have tried not to let my feelings get involved. Even though I've tried to maintain that boundary, the young lady still needs a family. So please just answer your damn communication orb, master. Min stared at the orb in frustration. Just then, Dion entered and said, Sir Min, I think you might be overthinking things. Min asked back, me? Lady Arlyn probably feels that you're more of a family to her than the Grand Duke, whom she has never met since birth. What children that age want isn't jewelry or crowns, but just the gentle warmth of their guardian. Suddenly, a voice called from outside, Sir Min, come in. What is it? The servant announced, His Highness the Crown Prince has arrived. What? Who's here? So that's it. The young lady fainting. It was all because of that prince. A moment later, Passan requested, I want to see Arlyn. Min immediately refused. You may not. Min immediately refused. You may not. Her attending physician has ordered her to get absolute rest. Please return, Your Highness. So Passan ordered his attendant to bring in a chest filled with sparkling jewels. I'll just deliver this and go. I will accept this gift. Min said, I will accept this gift. However, the royal family will have to provide a clear explanation to Hanbon about this matter. The attendant broke out in a cold sweat upon hearing that. With that, both of them were shooed out. Please return for today. Passan asked, What should we do, Griam? For now, it would be best for you to return, Your Highness. Passan thought for a moment, then turned and said, This won't do. I have to see her myself. Griam, you stall them for a bit. The attendant cried out in a panic, What? Your Highness, Suddenly, a voice came from behind. What's going on? I told you to return. Griam froze, crying out internally. Your Highness, what am I supposed to do when faced with Hanbon's mad dog? Meanwhile, Passan was searching and thinking. Something about this place is strange. It's particularly quiet, with a sense of emptiness that feels lonely. The royal palace is always warm and gentle. The royal palace is always warm and gentle. In contrast, there's no warmth here, only a chilling air that envelops everything. Can I find Arlyn before I get caught? I didn't expect Arlyn to actually faint. If I had known she would really collapse, I wouldn't have made her run. I really want to apologize. Suddenly, Passan stopped. The door is open. Which room is this? It doesn't look like a servant's room. Passan quietly entered, and a scent immediately hit his nose. A floral scent. Platinum blonde hair that seemed to be spun from sunlight. Platinum blonde hair that seemed to be spun from sunlight. Rose quartz-colored eyes. A small pale face, but it was clearly the Lady of Hanbon. Just then, Arlyn spoke. Your Highness, what are you doing here? Passan just stood there dumbfounded, not answering. That's weird. Why is my heart beating louder and louder? Arlyn called again. Your Highness, what are you doing here? Passan blushed and stammered. Huh? I just wanted to apologize. Why am I so nervous? I wanted to apologize. I didn't expect you to actually faint. I'm sorry, I won't do it again. It's fine, it happens. He cried out in confusion. Huh? Arlyn turned away and said, I knew I was going to faint anyway, that's why I ran. You don't need to worry about it. Did I say that? Mean would never allow it, so I figured as much. I'll keep it a secret for you, so please go home now. I haven't fully recovered yet, so I need to rest. Okay, you need to rest? Arlyn pushed Passan out the door and slammed it shut. Well then, please be careful on your way out. Crown Prince Passan stood there, rooted to the spot. I can't believe it. Did I just get kicked out? I'm the Crown Prince. A moment later, the head butler and head maid came running. Uni asked Lena, What's happening? The head maid turned back and replied, Prince Passan just came out of the young lady's room. Let's go see. Suddenly, Uni froze, looking towards Mean. The head butler said, Today is really not a good time. Sir Mean has been on edge lately. I'll bring the medicine tomorrow. Uni sighed to herself. Sigh, what's with you two today? The young lady needs to take her medicine on time. But looking again, she saw that Mean looked incredibly grim. The butler said fearfully, Sir Mean's expression is terrifying. Lena added, Let's retreat for now. Uni was already trembling. Meanwhile, Mean recalled his attendant's words. What children that age want is just the gentle warmth of their guardian. Don't you think Arlyn would feel that Sir Mean is more like family? He thought to himself, with the master absent, I'm the only one who can be by the young lady's side. Although gentle warmth might be difficult, being by her side. With that, Mean pushed the door open. My lady, is something wrong? He did sneak in. Arlyn replied, No, nothing's wrong. Seeing Mean's dark expression, she quickly waved her hands. Really, I'm not hiding anything. Mean's face relaxed. He said, My apologies, I didn't mean to interrogate you, my lady. Arlyn thought, why is he so flustered? Am I not just a burden to him? A burden his master forced him to raise? We're not family, and we don't have any deep connection. We're just a guardian and a ward. She said, We've been seeing each other a lot lately, haven't we, Mean? You're busy. Things like that? Arlyn cut him off, continuing, You don't need to worry about me. You don't need to concern yourself with things like that. I'll just stay quietly in one place, as if I don't exist. My lady, Suddenly, Mean pushed himself up with his hands. It's nothing. If that is what you wish, my lady, then I shall do so. With that, Mean left. Arlyn lifted her teacup for a sip. Why is he angry? On his way, Mean thought. If I stay quietly in one place, you don't need to worry about me. Is she telling me not to overdo it as a guardian? But still, I didn't want to show an expression like that to a child. Later, a maid said, My lady, it's time for your medicine. After drinking it, Arlyn covered her mouth. Bitter. It's the medicine I've been drinking since I was a child. I don't know who made it, but it prevents seizures and unusual outbursts, and it helps my disease-ravaged body recover somewhat. Where's Uni? There was an urgent meeting, so I came instead. I see. Now that I think about it, isn't this maid the one who always talks bad about me? Yet she acts so cautiously in front of me. With that thought, she said dismissively, I'm done eating, you may leave. Yes, my lady. Finally, a little peace and quiet. The Crown Prince's head knight, Griam, had recently been desperate to resign. The reason was that His Highness had become infatuated with Lady Hanbon. Why is Lady Arlyn so weak? He then ordered, "Everyone, run and see if you faint like Lady Arlyn." "Graham, the lady said goodbye to me before she left. That must mean something." "Graham, what do you think the lady is doing right now?" "Graham, go find out if the lady's health has improved." "Graham, Lady Arlyn is coming to the childhood friends gathering today, right?" "Yes, her health has recovered significantly. They said she would definitely be attending." Passan immediately ran to the gathering, calling out, "Lady Arlyn!" But she was nowhere to be seen. Passan complained, "Graham, I trusted you. I'm so disappointed." The knight cried internally, I really want to quit." Passan said again, "Graham, is this the best you can do? Graham, are you listening to me?" He explained resentfully, "But I received clear confirmation. It's not my fault." In the end, the childhood friends gathering ended earlier than usual. Passan thought to himself, is it because I told her to try running last time? Can a person really be that weak? For a kitten like Arlyn, it's probably possible. So I won't be able to see her again. I miss her. "Wait, Your Highness." Suddenly, Passan broke into a mischievous grin. "I don't necessarily have to wait. If Arlyn can't come, then I can just go to her, right?" Later, at the gate of the ducal mansion. Your Highness, the Crown Prince." Blocked by the knight, Passan asked, "What are you doing? Open the gate." Graham cried out internally, "Oh, my head! I'll go announce you first." "All right." Then Passan paused, thinking, "Wait, wouldn't she like it more if I appeared unexpectedly and surprised her?" Passan changed his plan. "Follow me." Yes, I'm going. Please don't cause any major incidents." As he walked, Passan thought, it's definitely this way. The atmosphere in the mansion is chaotic. If it felt lonely and cold before, this time the air is strangely sharp. Suddenly, a maid's voice rang out. "Wow, so rude. What kind of attitude is that?" Passan immediately glanced towards the two of them. Graham asked, "Your Highness, what are you doing?" The maid said again, that expression, like she was telling me to get lost right after I gave her the medicine. "It's really unacceptable. That little fool must think she's something special. Without Sermine, she's nothing but a half-breed." Passan thought, half-breed fool, what does that mean? But this is a story I need to hear. The two maids continued. "Even if she's a half-breed, a noble is still a noble. She has so many people who care about her, so why is she so cold to Sermine? Honestly, without Sermine, isn't she useless?" "She's useless. Everyone knows she's going to die soon anyway. She doesn't know her place." Hearing this, Passan couldn't listen anymore and spoke up. "Who doesn't know their place?" The two maids turned around. "Who?" They were startled to see the Crown Prince. Graham frowned and ordered, "Kneel and show some respect. He is not someone you can treat with such contempt." "Your Highness, please speak." Your Highness, please speak." The maid asked, "What brings Your Highness here?" Passan cut her off. "Do you think you have the right to question me? I'm curious about the story you were just telling. So, who is it that doesn't know their place?" Malice created with the intent to hurt and tear someone down. Faced with a wickedness I've never encountered in this life, I don't know why, but my heart runs cold. Is this anger? Thinking this, Passan said again, "You were talking so loudly just a moment ago. Why are you so quiet now? Did you lose your tongues?" "Your Highness, what's going on?" "I don't know." The maid thought in terror. This is getting out of hand. At this rate. Just then Min arrived. "Why is His Highness the Crown Prince here?" "Why is His Highness the Crown Prince here? What's all this commotion about?" The maid trembled and stammered, "Oh, sir, Min, I mean, this, sob, 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 I'm really done for this time." Suddenly, her gaze fell on Arlyn. She quickly ran over. "My lady, I'm sorry, please spare my life. My lady, please forgive me, please forgive me." Passan, how foolish. What good is begging now? Do they still not understand the situation? To be so foolish as to call their own mistress a fool and a half-breed within the mansion. Min was shocked to hear this. Suddenly, Arlyn spoke up. "So what?" Uni asked. "My lady, has this happened before?" Arlyn replied, "Yes." "Then why didn't you tell us?" "Because what they said wasn't wrong." Uni asked blankly, "What?" Just then, Min spoke up. "Everyone, return to your positions." "Sir Min, what should we do with these people?" "Lock them in the dungeon. I will interrogate them myself." After everyone dispersed, Passan ran after her, calling, "Arlyn, are you okay? How have you been? It's been a while." Arlyn thought to herself, I should have just stayed in my room. I didn't expect to run into this nuisance in the hallway. "A nuisance?" Passan fussed over her. "Is your health okay? Have you gotten any better since then? Does standing for a long time make you tired? Why are you here?" "I came to visit. I thought you were sick since you didn't come to the gathering." She finally replied, "So that's it." A visit. That's even weirder, she thought. From the beginning, the lively Passan and the frail Arlyn had nothing in common to become close. I don't know why he'd come to visit me. He's cute, for sure. But right now I'm not calm enough to appreciate his cuteness. With that thought, she said, "Thank you for getting angry on my behalf, Your Highness." It was nothing. I was wondering if I was meddling, but I couldn't just stand by and watch. Yes, thank you. But next time, please let me handle it myself, as it might put you in a difficult position. Passan pointed to his face and asked, "Was I overstepping?" Yes. Anyway, I apologize for many things, and thank you very much for today. She thought, today is even stranger than this broken body of mine. She said again, normally I would offer you a glass of juice, but the house is in chaos and I haven't recovered yet, so I'm afraid I'll have to see you out. Passan hesitated. Oh. Arlyn didn't give Passan a chance to linger and told a maid, "Show His Highness the Crown Prince to the door." "Yes, my lady," Graham awkwardly advised. "Your Highness, please don't do this anymore. Let's go." "Arlyn, see you later. Take care," Uni asked with concern. "My lady, you must be very tired today. I'll help you get ready for bed right away. After a good night's sleep, you'll feel better." Everything in front of her started to blur. "I'm so dizzy." Seeing her sway, Uni called out in alarm. "My lady." Arlyn immediately collapsed onto the floor. "Ah, Lady Arlyn." The next day, Mean called for the head butler. "Yes, Sir Mean. Do I need to concern myself with this as well?" "I'm sorry, Sir Mean." "Of course you should be sorry. Butler, do you have any idea how much today's events have tarnished Hanban's name?" "I will handle today's matter myself. You need to take care of it cleanly. I would like to see you as the butler for a long time." "I understand, Sir Mean." Mean thought to himself. Even if it's because Lady Arlyn's attitude suddenly changed, it's true that I've been too agitated lately. Because of the stress, the atmosphere in the mansion has become chaotic, and my concern for the young lady led me to overhear things I shouldn't have. Suddenly, Dion burst through the door, shouting, "Sir Mean!" "I'm not deaf, Dion. What is it? Does Lady Arlyn want to be re-educated now?" "No, Lady Arlyn has fainted." Mean's face went pale. "What?" In Arlyn's room, everyone was in a frenzy. "The attending physician has been summoned." "Should we contact the magic tower, or would it be better to contact the temple?" "Uni said she's showing signs of a seizure." Just then, Mean ran in. "What is the young lady's condition?" "Sir Mean, I don't know. She suddenly fainted and is now showing signs of a seizure. What is the attending physician doing?" "He just examined her and is now preparing medicine. He said tonight will be difficult." "Why the sudden seizure?" "He said it could be due to excessive psychological stimulation from today's events, or it could be an issue with her underlying condition. The young lady has only been fine because of her medicine. Her body was never well to begin with." "Medicine! Medicine! That's right. Has she taken her medicine?" Yes, she took it." Yes, she took it." "Oh, wait a minute. What on earth is going on?" Suddenly, just then, Arlyn cried out, "Mom!" Mean quickly turned around. Arlyn continued to call out in her delirium, "Mom!" The beginning of the old nightmare was always the same. The grand piano, the violin that had been in my hands for who knows how long. Mother sitting alone in the judge's chair. My mother was a beautiful and talented woman, and I was the daughter who was just like her. Mother's only wish was for her daughter to become the best. "I believe you can fulfill my dream. You can do it, right?" When my mother's words ended, the nocturne began from the unaccompanied piano. The familiar music echoed throughout the auditorium. I couldn't lift my violin. I could only look at the one person who was so far away. What expression is she making? "Mother, why did you do this to me? What am I to you? Mother, do you love me? Do you still love me?" Countless unasked questions. The deepest of them was, "I miss you. Don't leave me alone." Memories of her past life flooded Arlyn's mind. She threw the violin down and rushed after her, constantly calling out, "Mom! Is this how it is? Am I being left alone again?" In the darkness, terrifying and bleak. Just then, she felt someone touch her hand and ask a question. Is it Mom?" But the person was Mean. He reassured her in a soft voice, "It's all right now, Lady Arlyn." It was only then that Mean realized he had unconsciously taken the young lady's hand. "My lady, with what kind of heart are you searching for the mother you've never met?" The truth is, she deeply misses her mother. In this vast mansion, is there no one for her to tell that she misses her mom? If that's the case... The next morning, Arlyn woke up. She raised a hand to rub her eyes. She looked up at Mean. She rubbed her eyes, looked up at Mean, and unconsciously called out, "Mom?" Mean said, "I'm not your mother." Arlyn looked at him, still not understanding the situation. Mean asked, "Are you feeling all right, my lady?" Arlyn looked at him again and called, "Mom! I am a man." Without thinking, tears fell from her eyes as she repeatedly called, "Mom!" leaving Min completely bewildered. Honestly, children are such unpredictable creatures. The day Grand Duke Hanbon first brought the baby home. The day Grand Duke Hanbon first brought the baby home, everyone's gloomy interest was directed elsewhere. What on earth is this child's mother? Some said she was the child of a courtesan, while others guessed she was the illegitimate child of an unspeakable high-ranking family. But the child was undoubtedly of Hanbon blood, as the protective stone, which only reacts to the Hanbon bloodline, resonated with Arlyn. The servants whispered among themselves. It's clearly the Grand Duke's child, but who is the mother? Perhaps the child was born of a true love. Grand Duke Hanbon in love? Ah, that's the most absurd thing I've ever heard. Whatever. What does my superior's private life have to do with me? However, that is my stance. The child is different. Being the subject of rumors, she must be curious about her parents. But surprisingly, to this day, the child has never once been curious about her mother. So much so that the standard answers I had prepared for her, thinking she would one day ask, became meaningless. The child asked nothing about her parents. I don't know. At some point, it became so normal that I stopped wondering about it myself. I guess she's not curious. I always thought that. Was that not really the case? She was just enduring and suppressing it. Meanwhile, Arlyn also thought to herself, I've clearly woken up from the nightmare. This isn't a dream. And yet, I'm still so choked up I can't speak clearly. I didn't mean to make things awkward for Min. She called out again, Mom, making Min sigh in frustration. Sigh, all right. What's in a name? Call me whatever you wish, my lady. That's strange. The Min I know would have definitely pushed me away. She asked hesitantly. But you hate me, Min. I do not hate you, my lady. Who am I to dare hate you? Liar. I am not lying. Weren't you going to abandon me? Lady Arlyn. Suddenly Min used her nickname, Erin. She was surprised, thinking that name. Suddenly Min smiled and patted her head. He said, I am an orphan. I don't know who my parents are, nor have I ever seen their faces. I don't even know if I was abandoned or if my parents died. Being cared for was, of course, not an option. Love? I don't know. To be honest, I don't even know what this thing people call love is. Frankly, what to do with you, my lady, is still the same now. But that doesn't mean I want to leave or that I hate you. It's all due to my own shortcomings. I thought that even if I couldn't raise you well, I could at least provide for you adequately. But I was too simple-minded. It's not your fault, Min. Do you forgive me, my lady? It's not your fault, Min. You're not saying you forgive me, are you, my lady? Suddenly, Arlyn said, Mom, be my mom, if you feel sorry. I'm a man. Arlyn tugged on his shirt. Mom, being a mom is a bit biologically difficult, but Min accepted, saying, I will try. She thought to herself, the Min I know is a rational person, not someone who would indulge this kind of whining. Unbelievable, but just for this moment, I like Min's answer. Seeing her happy smile, Min said, That looks good on you. Please smile like that more often, Lady Arlyn. After that, a priest came to heal Arlyn. Min turned to leave and asked Uni, So what happened? Uni replied, It seems someone stole the medicine. Min froze. What? Uni recounted, On the day the young lady was supposed to take her medicine, I couldn't give it to her because you were there, Sir Min. The next night, I was up late and forgot. Another maid said she had already given it to the young lady. But that maid was one of the ones who caused the commotion yesterday. When I went to confirm the truth, she was already dead in the dungeon. What was the cause of death? They said it was suicide by hanging. Min thought to himself it couldn't have been a suicide. He asked again, Where did the stolen medicine go? It still hasn't been found. For now, let's just treat it as a suicide. Uni, does anyone else know about this? No, no one. Continue to keep this a secret and focus all your efforts on the young lady's health. Yes, sir. After Uni left, Min muttered darkly to himself, How dare they do something like this right under my nose in my own mansion? Just then, Min asked Arlyn's attending physician, How is she? She's much better. Her heartbeat is normal, her pulse is normal, and her magical response is normal. It's a relief. We need to monitor her further, but at this point, it's a remarkable improvement. She also seems psychologically stable. What method did you use, sir? I didn't do anything special. I didn't do anything special other than staying by her side constantly these past few days. However, what's concerning is that the lady's body seems to be weakening over time. At this rate, Min ordered, Stop. My apologies. No, you have nothing to apologize for, doctor. Please take extra special care of the young lady's health. Yes, I understand. Perhaps the fact that she can still talk and walk is already a miracle. That's why I wish even more for the master to show up just once. With that thought, Min said, Tonight, the young lady can eat whatever she wants. Arlyn replied happily, Really? That's great. Suddenly, Min's face flushed. May I hold your hand? He thought to himself. This small hand and these cheeks are definitely something I must protect. I'm so glad I realized it sooner rather than later. Now I must raise her well. At the same time, at the childhood friends gathering in the royal palace, everyone looked at the sulking Passan and whispered, "Does anyone know?" "I don't," Graham thought. Everyone is confused. Of course they are. His Highness's mood today couldn't be worse. Because Lady Arlyn fainted, it's unlikely she can come today. Meanwhile, Passan was also thinking, she fainted again? How can a person faint so often? Is her body made of glass? What if she's still in pain right now? Meanwhile, everyone was telling each other, "You go ask." "No, you do it." So, the twin brothers approached him. Your Highness, why do you look so down? Your Highness, why do you look so sad?" Passan shooed them away coldly. "Go away, I'm not in the mood to play with you right now." "If you're not in the mood to play with us, then what mood are you in? The mood to not play with us?" "Actually, I have something to think about." Your Highness, what is it? Tell us, tell us." "Well, I visited someone who was sick a few days ago. Should I go again?" "It's fine. If you want to visit, just go again." Graham, hearing this, was startled and cried out internally, "Wait! Stop!" Passan said again, "So it's okay, right?" The two brothers nodded. "Yeah!" The two brothers nodded. "Yeah," leaving Graham to cry helplessly. "Sorry, everyone, I have to go. I have something to do." "Graham, let's go visit her." "Your Highness!" The twin brothers looked at each other, puzzled. "But who are we visiting?" Later, at the ducal mansion. When I opened the door, there he was. The one who made me faint in the first place and then pretended to care. An innocent-looking demon. Passan called out, "Arlyn, are you in a lot of pain? I heard you fainted again. Do you faint that often?" She didn't answer, thinking, at this rate, I'm going to be exorcised by his overwhelming positive energy. "Arlyn, what's wrong? You don't look well. Did I do something wrong again? Are you hurt anywhere?" She asked. "Isn't today the childhood friends gathering?" "It is, you remembered?" "Yes, well, but why are you here? I mean, why are you... Who should be at the gathering here?" "I heard Arlyn had fainted, so I left the gathering midway to come visit you." Arlyn was surprised, thinking, the Crown Prince, the most famous and powerful person in Unbreak, is concerned about me and ignoring everyone else? I must be the talk of the town today. She asked probingly, "Is there any other reason besides visiting me?" "Nope." "Then why did you come here?" Because I wanted to see you." "Look, if you're worried that my collapse was your fault, you don't have to be." "How can I not worry? It's my fault. I will take care of you, Arlyn, until you get better." She thought again. As I suspected, Crown Prince Passan and I just don't get along. It's so predictable. He'll just carelessly hand out kindness and affection that makes people yearn for it, and then he'll disappear. For someone else, that might be a welcome thing. But for me, for whom even breathing is a luxury, being controlled by someone is unacceptable. He's still young, so it's probably just a passing interest. I'll just deal with it politely. At this, she was interrupted by Passan's question. "Arlyn, are you always in your room like this?" "Yes, I like staying quietly in my room." "You like being still?" Since Arlyn liked it, Passan was trying to do the same. Arlyn smiled, thinking, he can't stay still for even a second, can he? Suddenly, Passan cheered. "Oh, you smiled," causing Arlyn to freeze. "That's the first time I've seen you smile, Arlyn." "Is that so?" She thought to herself, what's so great about that? Then she accidentally spoke her true thought aloud. "I don't get it." Passan immediately asked, "Huh? What?" She quickly changed the subject. "Nothing." In another location, Mean. "It's been a while. This is Jaren Mybisk, a loyal guard and the left hand of Grand Duke Hanbon. I haven't fully recovered yet, so I need to rest." "Then why isn't the Grand Duke here?" "But Jaren is." Jaren's voice came from the communication orb. "Ah. His Grace is currently dealing with a casualty incident and has gone to restore the delayed front line." "What? Is something wrong?" "Ah, no, it's nothing." "What is it? Tell me. You've been contacting me so persistently lately, it must be important, right? This time, I'll stake my honor as a knight to deliver the message. Then I'll ask for your help." "Oh, all right. Please convey this to His Grace. Your Grace is the trashiest father in the world." "Oh, okay. I'll tell His Grace he's a trashy father." "Huh? What?" "Then I'll hang up now." "Wait, Mean, really? That—" After cursing him out, Mean let out a sigh of relief. The core members of the childcare team consisted of 4 or 5 people. Headmaid Uni, who had general medical knowledge. Headmaid Amber, in charge of meals. Lena, in charge of education, specializing in curriculum design, and On, a former knight who protects me when I go out. Since they are all experts, I never thought the childcare team was lacking. "My lady, you did so well. Opening your eyes on your own in the morning. You're the best. My lady, we will always love and respect you." Arlyn thought, what is wrong with these people? What's wrong? Did you all eat something strange? The young lady is finally talking to us. Has the whole team gone crazy? What's with this? I want to read a book. Everyone, get out. You don't need to read books, my lady. You need innocence and purity. You should live your life looking at the brighter world outside, shouldn't you? I don't want to go out. Why not? 'Cause I don't want to. While you were ill, my lady, we did a lot of self-reflection. Were we too focused on our expertise and failed to understand your heart? To convey these feelings from now on, we will show a completely new side of ourselves. Suddenly, Mean appeared and asked, what are you all doing? Sir Mean! Well, we just wanted to get closer to the young lady. We're probably not bothering her, right? The young lady is in recovery. If you can't take care of her, then at least don't bother her. Suddenly, Arlyn tugged on Mean's trousers and called out, Mom! Everyone turned to stare, bewildered. Mean stammered, They then whispered among themselves. So Lady Arlyn really was born from the forbidden love between Sir Mean and his grace. Wasn't that rumor dismissed as the most groundless one? Now that you mention it, the aura between the young lady and Sir Mean does seem a bit similar. Mean said wearily, Everyone, stop talking nonsense. The young lady was looking for her mother. Could it be that Mean wants to replace the mother and seize the entire estate's fortune? Have you forgotten that I already manage the entire fortune that needs seizing? Our apologies. From now on, please be careful not to let something like this happen again. Yes, sir. But only you get along with her, Sir Mean, while we're always left behind. We want to be close to the young lady, too. Well, that has nothing to do with me, so you'll have to figure it out yourselves. But those who are supposed to be taking care of the young lady shouldn't be making things difficult for her. They all froze at his words. Sir Mean has already reconciled with the young lady, so he doesn't know how we feel. I also want to have a close relationship with the young lady. My lady. Back in his room, Mean thought, were they always like this? Still, there's no staff more reliable than them. After the young lady recovers, all the untrustworthy employees in the mansion will be let go. For the past few days, I've been constantly rechecking everything inside the mansion, just to ensure the young lady's safety and health. No, if Grand Duke Hanbon hadn't caused trouble in the first place, none of this would have happened. Your Grace is the trashiest father in the world. Just saying it once wasn't enough to get rid of my anger. The impulsively sent message quickly received a reply. Do you want to be fired, you brat? And this was Mean's answer. Go ahead and fire me. I'm retiring. It seems Jaren delivered the message well, staking his knightly honor on it. Just then, the messenger pigeon arrived with another letter. Inside, the Grand Duke had written, I'm not firing you. You will bear the consequences of your disloyalty yourself. Humph, this guy. The childhood friends gathering reconvened after a week. Seeing Passan's cheerful mood, everyone asked curiously, Your Highness, you seem happy today. That's right. And you even arrived earlier than usual. Did something good happen? But Passan didn't answer, instead staring intently at the door. She should be here soon, right? She'll probably come in after that kid. I don't know why, but I have a feeling she'll come in after that child. The footsteps have no energy, just like Arlyn's. Ah, that's not her. Is she not coming today either? If she doesn't come, I'll just visit her every day from now on. Just then, Arlyn walked in. Seeing her, Passan's face lit up as he called out, Arlyn! He quickly ran over to her and said, You're here. Arlyn thought to herself, what's with him? Then, Passan said caringly, Arlyn, eat this. Eat this too. Oh, and this is also delicious. She thought wearily, how did it come to this? I was just being bothered by the childcare team at home, and when I try to do something else, this world doesn't have Netflix, webtoons, or novels. Since I've already fallen into a fantasy romance world, I just wanted to watch a fantasy romance unfold in person. It's all because of this guy, Crown Prince Passan. I thought it was just a fleeting curiosity, but this attention has lasted way too long. Passan asked, Aren't you going to eat this? I can't eat that much. She thought again, if I eat any more, I'll die. I have to survive this food torture. What should I do now? I don't know. I'll just handle it for now. She forced a smile and said, Your Highness should eat too. You haven't been able to eat much because you were worried about me. Wow. Arlyn, are you an angel? No, I'm not. Since Arlyn gave it to me, I'll eat it all. Yes, please eat a lot. She let out a silent sigh. Yes, please eat a lot. She let out a silent sigh of relief. Luckily, Passan is simple. She hesitated. I just happened to be able to read, so I can't say I really learned. With that thought, she said, I studied hard. Wow, you're amazing. Your Highness can do it too. Standing to the side, people whispered to each other. Who is she? Arlyn, do you know her? What on earth did she do to make the prince so flustered? There's something going on, isn't there? The whispering children, jealous and envious, or the ones hovering around just to get noticed. I'm reminded of the prince's popularity, which I had completely forgotten about. I thought he was like a puppy because he's always smiling innocently, but when he's not smiling, he looks quite sharp. I don't know what the author was thinking, but Passan is a pretty rare type of male lead. Aren't fantasy romance male leads usually possessive, arrogant, regretful dukes? Well, I'll be distancing myself from him soon anyway, and he'll connect with the female lead, so it doesn't matter. Could it be that because I was reincarnated, there's a new development connecting me to him? Absolutely not. Don't get ahead of yourself, snap out of it. Just then, Passan spoke up. By the way, Arlyn, call me by my name. It's Passan. She looked at him blankly for a moment. Yes, the crown prince is Passan. Arlyn called again. Your Highness? He insisted. It's Passan. Arlyn reluctantly agreed, calling out, Passan! Hearing that, he grinned with delight. Heh, say it again. Arlyn thought, calling him by his name should be fine, right? I'm finally going home. I had a hard time getting Passan to not walk me home. But when she got to the door, she was unexpectedly stopped. Lady Arlyn, Her Majesty the Empress has summoned you. She couldn't help but be surprised. Her Majesty the Empress. The Unbreak Empire. A vast nation that unified all the kingdoms on the central continent and became an empire. There are many famous figures here, as numerous as stars in the sky. Among them, the most famous is the Empress, a beauty so stunning that she received marriage proposals from all the powerful forces of her time. Along with a wisdom that rivals a monarch's, not only the people of the empire but I too admired the Empress. Passan's upright and righteous character is surely thanks to her upbringing. Just then the Empress spoke. Welcome. Was it tiring coming here? Arlyn replied softly. Yes, it was. The view from this room is beautiful today, so I invited you here. This is a place I'm very fond of. I heard from the maids that you had a hard time today as well. Arlyn looked at the table of sweets in front of her and thought, I'm already full because of Passan. I'll just try a little. With my Confucian instincts, I'm waiting for the adult to pick up her fork first. The Empress saw this and laughed with amusement. You looked so adorably hesitant that I couldn't help but laugh. Don't mind me. Please eat as you like. Yes, ma'am. This is the first time we've been alone together like this, isn't it? The first time we met, you were so tiny. Ah, you were too young then, so you probably don't remember, do you? In a conversation where she didn't know the best way to respond, Arlyn remained silent. The Empress continued, You were cute then, and you've grown up to be even cuter. Really, you look just like that child. Hearing that child, Arlyn looked up curiously. Pardon? What does she mean? Could it be that the Empress and my biological father had something going on? There was absolutely nothing about this in the novel. Is there something you want to ask me? Your expression says so? I was wondering why Your Majesty summoned me here. If I answered that I just wanted to see you, would you be flustered? Pardon? Such a cute reaction, don't worry. Such a cute reaction. Don't worry, I called you here to apologize on behalf of my useless son for troubling you. Apologize? He thinks he apologized properly, but I'm sure he just bothered you and left. Even though he's my son, Passan is too energetic, just like the Emperor. I wish he were just half as much like Terran and Silua. Have some of this too, it's delicious. Looking at the pile of cakes in front of her, she screamed internally, Stop! Then she judged silently. But the more we talk, the more I see that she's very gentle and friendly. It's as if she's very fond of me. Pretending not to notice would be too obvious. What is this? I haven't even done anything. The Empress spoke. I heard you're not getting along with the other children. Are the children bullying you? No, they're not. It's just that I'm naturally weak, so I can't keep up with them. I see. I understand. However, whenever you have a problem, please ask me for help. Do you understand? Arlyn bowed her head and replied, Yes. Does Her Majesty's words mean she will be a support for me? After a moment of thought, she looked up and asked, In that case, Your Majesty, may I be excused from the childhood friends' gatherings? No, you may not. Arlyn was disappointed. You said to ask for help if I had a problem. The Empress asked, Is something wrong? Is someone actually bullying you and you're just hiding it? No, nothing like that. She thought to herself, It's just that your son is a bit of a problem. If that's the case, then that's a relief. Do you have any other requests? But Your Majesty, why did you include me in this gathering? I've actually always wondered. I'm the only blood of Hanbon, but I'm not a special genius. It's not even clear if I can inherit the family in the future. Why was I included in the Crown Prince's childhood friends gathering? You were curious about that? The reason I included you in the gathering is... That's why I want to withdraw from the childhood friends gathering. Arlyn complained as she walked. It's only twice a week. But why does it feel so frequent? It's so tiring. For my sunfish-like body, going out twice a week is torture. On top of that, no matter how much I push him away, Passan's attention doesn't waver. I just want to comfortably watch a fantasy romance unfold in person. It's annoying, bothersome, and exhausting. She recalled what the Empress had said earlier. The reason I included you in the gathering is a secret. If you were going to say that from the beginning, why create the atmosphere? But her eyes seemed to have another reason, as if she was seeing me and being reminded of something else. So there really is something between Grand Duke Hanbon and Empress Angie? My bad feeling finally found something. Just then, someone saw her and called out, "Ah, target spotted! Arilala, Arililin!" Arlyn broke out in a cold sweat. "Ah, I have to get away, but it looks like it's too late." "You're early today, Arilala? What are you thinking about, Arililin?" What are your names again?" "Arililin, you don't know our names." "Lyn, you don't know our names?" "I'm Sel and I'm Noel. Everyone calls us the Angel Twins." Arlyn remarked internally, more like the little demon twins. They asked again, "Arililin? What are our names?" "Sel, and this one is Noel." That's right. Noel was clearly born 5 minutes later. "Now you can't forget our names again, Arilele." Arlyn corrected. "My name is Arlyn." "Okay, Arly, you're the ones who need to get my name right." "Okay, Arililin, but do you really faint if you run? Can you show us?" Arlyn's blood boiled. "What's so fun about me running and fainting that you want to watch it like a circus show?" Sel offered a platinum coin. "Can I give you this?" "What's that?" "My allowance." A platinum coin is worth 1,000 gold coins. As expected of the Sparum family, the family that holds all the wealth of the empire. Spending money so freely? This is worth a lot. I'll give you another one. You could give me 100 of them and I still wouldn't run. Put it away. The twins' eyes welled up with tears. "Sniffle, that's so mean." Arlyn judged silently. "Honestly, they look perfect on the outside but are demons on the inside." "Arililin, are you captivated by us? We're beautiful, right? Adorable, right? Cute, right?" "Arililin, I'll even let you touch my eyelashes. I'll let you touch my cheek too. I know how this goes. If the other person blushes and gets embarrassed, they'll bully them by teasing them to death. Even Satan from hell would be impressed." Arlyn's silence made the twins freeze and look at each other in confusion. What's with that ominous look? I can feel it. A sign that my life is about to get even harder. I have to get out of here quickly. She spoke up. "Now move. If you're not going to move, then get out of the way." "Hey, get out of the way, hurry up." The twins got excited. "Arililin is the first person to treat us so cruelly. Is this Arilala's ploy to get our attention? What are you thinking?" "Lilin is so cute. Arilala is so adorable." Arlyn tried to push the twins away, her hands trembling. "I want to be strong. I normally don't want to be strong, but right now I want to be strong." Usually at times like this, a mysterious entity would whisper, "Do you desire power?" Just then the door opened. Bam! Along with a shout, "Hey, you twins, get away from Arlyn!" Arlyn froze, calling out, "Passan?" I've never been so happy to see Passan. In Arlyn's imagination, Passan was riding a white horse, shouting, "Don't bully Arlyn!" Is this the prince on a white horse effect? Back in reality, Passan stood protectively in front of Arlyn. "Stop it right now. Arlyn doesn't like it. Go crazy, Passan. Punish them even more severely." Sel glanced at Noel. "Your Highness, what are you talking about?" The brothers ran over and grabbed Arilyn's hand. "What are you talking about? Arilyn likes us. Right, Arilele?" "I don't know. Just leave me alone." "Aren't you lying just to have Arlyn all to yourself, Your Highness?" What are you talking about?" "He's stuttering. We hit a nerve, didn't we?" "We hit a nerve! His Highness's wicked plan has been exposed." Arlyn quickly slipped away. "The target has changed. My condolences, Crown Prince." She had only run a short distance when she bumped into someone. She stared blankly as the person stared back at her. This kid? Meanwhile, Passan's group had stopped arguing. All right, then let's just ask Arilyn. That'll solve it." Hearing this, Arlyn broke into a sweat. "What? Come on, Arilyn, choose. You want to play with us, right?" "You'll play with me, right?" Sweat dripped down Arlyn's face. What are those three talking about all of a sudden? She quickly grabbed the hand of the person in front of her. "I'll play with Lord Haroun over here." Sel, Noel, and Passan were all stunned. What? Oh, that was unexpected. In this story is clearly a side character. Although Hanbon is established as one of the 5 great ducal families of the empire, holding many secrets and being the most powerful is a fact. They only serve as a sort of master key. Whenever something happens, Hanbon is blamed for being behind it. Unlike the other families that display special powers and real authority, in this story they are also just a background existence. And yet, Arlyn, eat this. Aurelie Lilin, eat this too. This one's also delicious. The ducal family of Sparum, the future of the 5 great ducal families known as the pillars of the empire. The ducal family of Mybisk. In other words, the main characters are being dragged into this situation one by one. Is this really okay? But there's a reason I chose this child. Harun Mybisk, the second male lead of this work. As expected, of the beauty that made the female lead fall for him. Aralele, why have you only been looking at Harun and not us this whole time? Aralilin, do you like Harun that much? Arlyn looked at Harun, who was sitting like a stone statue, and thought, I think he's been broken by those brats. Although I feel a little guilty, Harun is the second male lead, the Duke of the North. Do you know what the flower language of the second male lead is? Single-minded devotion. Since ancient times, the second male lead is like a bowl of hot soup, steady, an honest and reliable pillar who quietly helps and only watches the female lead from behind. Not bothersome, reliable. That's my hope, that he'll deal with these 2 little devils and the crown prince immediately. Someone held a cake towards Arlyn. Aralilin, try this. This is my chance. Harun, hurry up and take the hint and save me from here. Arlyn shot Harun a pleading look. Help me. Seeing Harun's eyes light up, Arlyn cheered internally. All right, he got it. But no, Harun picked up an even bigger cake and held it out to Arlyn. She screamed in despair. Not that, you brat! Get me out of this mess! He walked over and took a big bite of Harun's cake. Then he offered her the cream cake. Arlyn, this one is tastier. In an instant, the cold pretty boy turned into a pathetic pretty boy. Not only did he not get the signal, but he's also a pushover. The twins teased, Ooh, His Highness is wary of Harun. I saw it. Passan reacted, What? While Arlyn's soul wanted to leave her body. Your Highness, you're playing dirty. Are you jealous of Harun now? That's right, so dirty. You want her all to yourself, don't you? The plan failed. Escaping with the help of the second male lead was impossible from the start. No, I'm not. Your Highness is angry, he's angry, his face is all red, shut up. Arlyn sat there helplessly. I can't escape, I must be trapped in hell. Arlyn would think so too. Ah, such an explosive, lively event. The twins turned their attention back to Arlyn. Right, Aralele? Right? This is too much for a side character like me. When night fell, Arlyn ran and hugged Mean's leg. My lady, what's wrong? A lot has happened. It seems so. The scent of dry wood. It feels like my tense nerves are finally settling down. Mean is the one who raised me since I was an infant. Even if I awakened my past life's memories, Arlyn's memories didn't disappear. He expects nothing of me. I feel completely at ease. He's the only one I can rely on. Arlyn whined, Mom, hold me. Hearing her call him Mom, Mean froze. Mom? But he quickly scooped her into his arms. Did something happen at the friends' gathering? She thought. Only Mean would notice. Passan is like a puppy, the twins are annoying, and Harun was no help. If you ask if something happened, a lot did, but nothing serious. Mean suggested, please feel free to tell me. Did nothing really happen? As I thought, it seems I still haven't earned the young lady's trust. It's not that, it's just hard to explain and annoying. By the way, can I not go to the childhood friends gathering? Everyone strongly objected. You don't want to go to the gathering, my lady? We strongly object. We object, absolutely not, absolutely not. Arlyn lowered her head. That's right, of course it won't be allowed. Even for Mean, the childhood friends gathering is an order from the Empress. Unexpectedly, Mean said, Then you don't have to go, my lady. If you don't want to go, you don't have to. I'll take care of the reason. This probably isn't easy for Mean either. Is this what it means to be an adult? The steady protector I never had. She hugged Mean tightly, calling, Mom. Mean was confused as to why Arlyn always called him Mom. Everyone worried. At this rate, Mean will monopolize the young lady. This can't happen. We have to show the young lady the power of the childcare team. Look forward to it, my lady, the image of a professional childcare team, all to win the young lady's favor. A few days later, today is the childhood friends gathering I've been waiting for. I haven't taken a single step out of bed today. Staying home and not going out is the best. Mean kept his promise to me. He sent an official document to the royal family stating that I would be temporarily absent due to poor health. Mean is the best. He's truly my mom. The soft bed, the warm sunlight, this light, this temperature, this humidity, everything is to my liking. Except for these people. The group of servants crowded around asking, Lady Arlyn, are you really all right? Yes, I'm fine. Everyone get out. Can't we just stay here and watch over you? We really won't do anything. We won't even breathe loudly. I said, I'm fine. Get out. Sniffle, my lady. You're so mean. Arlyn thought in frustration. As if being pestered by the new clingy people at the palace wasn't enough, now this house won't leave me alone either. Arlyn left in a huff, not forgetting to turn back and instruct, "Hey, I'm busy. Can you not follow me?" "Yes, ma'am." The shocking declaration of a 7-year-old girl. That's right. If you hate the temple, you leave the temple. The group of servants called after her. Wait, my lady. If you have a schedule, please tell us. After Sermine, I'm the one the young lady favors the most. What nonsense are you spouting? I'm the most qualified one. Because I'm responsible for the young lady's health. Is that why you didn't give her the medicine on time? Arlyn hid in a corner and observed, this childcare team would never listen if I told them not to follow me. Not long ago, they were quite quiet, but for some reason, the childcare team has turned into a battlefield with each passing day. But Arlyn turned back and asked, Mister, don't you need to do that? The head butler and personal guard, On, expressed, is the young lady paying attention to me again? This man is also a member of the childcare team. Don't worry, I won't engage in those ridiculous actions. I am content with serving and protecting the young lady like a shadow. Now that I think about it, On has probably never bothered me. But please don't hate the childcare team too much, my lady. They have also repented for what happened and are trying their best. In the future, we will never leave you alone and have sworn a blood oath to support you more perfectly. What's with the blood oath? Therefore, from now on, we will not let such things happen to you again, my lady. Please don't worry. Was the maids bad-mouthing me that shocking? Being bad-mouthed is a common occurrence. Speaking of which, what happened to those maids? Did Mean fire them all? I haven't seen them since then. But thinking back, since that incident, everyone in the mansion has been treating me well. It's as if no one here ever looked down on me in the first place. Since I woke up, I haven't been alone for a single second, so I didn't notice. On continued, my lady, from now on we will make sure you only experience happy things. So that's it. Mean and the childcare team, they were probably worried I'd get hurt, so they're pouring all their energy into me. Just then, she was spotted by Lena. Oh, Lady Arlyn spotted ahead! Lena and Uni called out together. My lady? Oh dear. Thanks for the concern. Maybe I should play along with them a little. So tiring. This is on par with the childhood friends gathering. Morning, noon, night, and even snack time. They stick to me relentlessly. They said they would only create happy moments. They said they would only create things to laugh about. This can't go on. I just escaped the torment at the palace. If this continues, I'll die of stress before I die of illness. But the childcare team has gone crazy now. Trying to persuade them is pointless. But Mean is busy, I can't bother Mom. Then there's only one last resort left. Arlyn wrote a notice. Important notice. Everyone assemble in the living room. Lena was surprised. Did Lady Arlyn write this? Uni replied, It seems so. Let's go to the living room. Lena went to the living room and called out, My lady, has everyone gathered? She held out a chart. What is this? This is what you call a reward chart, and the accompanying set is good kid stickers. From today on, I will give reward stickers to those who please me. This is the only method that can bring true peace to Hanbon. Good kid rewards, proof of my favor. Now, each of you take a chart. The young lady even wrote our names by hand. This must be kept as a family heirloom. If you do well, I will put a reward sticker on that paper. Use this to show off to each other. Although they're not common yet and hard to find, you can't go wrong with reward stickers. Just then, Mean walked in and asked, What is everyone doing? I thought you were busy. Even when I'm busy, I still have time to check on things. I see. So what is all this about? Why is everyone gathered here making so much noise? Well. A moment later, Mean's face darkened as he said, In short, the childcare team was bothering the young lady? No, it's because I wanted to do this. No, it's because I wanted to do this. Arlyn handed Mean a good kid chart. Here, Mean gets a reward just for showing up. Mean was still looking bewildered. My lady, so you use it like this. Do you understand? Yes, I understand now. Wow, Sir Mean got a sticker. I'm so jealous, so jealous. A few days later, Arlyn hugged a soft pillow and sighed. So peaceful. How long has it been since I've enjoyed this kind of peace? The reward sticker chart had become a new form of entertainment, and Hanbon had once again found its peace. Uni boasted, I got 2 yesterday. Ha, I've received the most so far. What, do you want one too, Mean? Mean would occasionally stare, but giving him a reward sticker would solve everything. Mean probably wants a sticker too, right? Anyway, there's nothing to worry about now. Just then, Passan arrived at the front door. Arlyn was engrossed in her book, humming a little tune. The sound of footsteps clattered into the house. Arlyn sensed something and wondered, but why is it so quiet outside? Usually it's so noisy around this time. Suddenly, a loud call made Arlyn jump. I'm here! That voice is... Passan stood outside shouting, Arlyn! Earlier, at the royal palace. What? Arlyn isn't coming today either? The Hanban steward said the young lady is not feeling well and cannot attend today's gathering. They said the exact same thing last time. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Once, twice, 3 times. Your Highness, play a game? Your Highness, are you listening to us? And today, this has never happened before. I miss Arlyn so much. What can I do if she's sick? What can I do if she's sick? But still. But I can't do that to someone who's sick. Graham thought to himself, well, it's true that Lady Arlyn is absent. It's probably for the best. Anyway, the atmosphere here is a complete mess because His Highness only thinks about Arlyn without any foresight, along with all the young lords constantly flocking around her. This way, things will stabilize a bit, Graham said with a smile. Since the lady isn't here this time, it wouldn't be bad to socialize with your other friends. Seeing the dark aura emanating from Passan, Graham worried, wrong. He's completely stopped hearing my words. The last time I saw her, she seemed fine. If she doesn't come this time, she won't come next time either, right? So if she doesn't come the time after that, does that mean I'll never see her again? No. Being with Arlyn, even if we don't play, even if there's nothing special, just being in the same space with her makes me happy. I miss Arlyn. Maybe right now she's lonely, looking out the window. I know Arlyn wants to be alone, but for some reason, I don't want to leave her like that. If Arlyn is alone, I'm afraid she'll disappear somewhere. Passan called for Graham. Yes? What is loneliness? What is solitude? I just want Arlyn to appear right in front of me. But Arlyn can't come here now, so... Back to the present, Arlyn asked gloomily. So that's why your Highness came here? That's right, to visit. That whole visiting thing is really... Now I have no motivation, nothing to say, and no will to do anything. I avoided him by not going to the childhood friends gathering. So what am I supposed to do now that the troublemaker has come here himself? Passan suggested. Arlyn, do you want to exercise with me? Arlyn spat out her water. Exercise? Yeah, I just discovered a shocking truth. A few days ago. Sir Jay, how do you get healthy? Sir Jay, a royal guard directly under the Emperor, said, Pardon? What do you mean by that, Your Highness? Are you not feeling well, Henry? I'm fine. It's just that I have a friend who is weak. I was wondering if she could play more if she were healthier. I see. Your Highness is very considerate. Your concern for your friend is truly admirable. For Your Highness's friend to become healthy, first, a regular lifestyle and sufficient sleep are essential. Next are 3 balanced meals and, most importantly, exercise. The human body can only have vitality when it is moderately active. The human body operates on a surprisingly simple principle. Moderate activity. I see. In short, exercising will make you healthy. This is a discovery of the century. Reporting it to the academic world could even win a Nobel Prize. The one truth that only you didn't know. Shocking. Breathing means you're alive. So if Arlyn sleeps well, eats well, and exercises, she'll get healthy too. Wow, really? I thought he came to visit me because something happened, but it was just a schedule to kill time. So Arlyn, will you exercise with me? Sorry, it's too hard, I can't. I get dizzy just walking a little. Well, then there's nothing to be done. Although it's hard to believe, there are people like that. Your Highness, instead, let me tell you what happened while Arlyn was away. I had training today. I don't want to know it all. Still, since he's chattering so cutely, I'll humor him and listen. Oh, by the way, Arlyn, what have you been up to? Passan leaned in close, making Arlyn uncomfortable. Passan, can you move back a little? Sorry, I didn't realize. That startled me. I thought I was being enchanted. By the way, Arlyn's eyes are a really beautiful light pink. They say it's the color of rose quartz. I see now. It suits Arlyn so well. It's so pretty. If Arlyn smiled, it would be even prettier. Honestly, I don't know where kids learn to say things like this. It sounds sincere, so it's not too unpleasant. Unfortunately, I don't have much to smile about. Then I'll make you smile today, Arlyn. Arlyn waved her hand. No, I didn't mean it like that. Come on, look here. No, really, it's fine. Starting to put on a show, 1. Meanwhile, there was someone who couldn't help but smile in front of the mad dog. Head attendant, it seems you've hidden some honey in the Hanban mansion, haven't you? I keep seeing unannounced visitors whenever you're busy. Graham forced a laugh. Ha, there's no such thing. Why is His Highness testing me like this? Although I can't go against the Crown Prince's wishes, I think he seems a bit too familiar, don't you? How could a servant like me dare to go against my master's will? I know that's also your mission, to guide His Highness so he doesn't go astray. Just keep smiling. Just smile for now, Graham told himself. Your Highness, you will know how dedicated I have been one day, won't you? Over here, Passan was skipping alongside Arlyn, chattering. Today was fun, wasn't it, Arlyn? Yes, it was tiring. Non-stop for 2 hours. Arlyn thought wearily. Now I have to get him to leave. She turned and said, But I'm not feeling well. So I think I need to rest for today. Thank you for visiting. Thanks to you, I had a fun day. Arlyn thought. What's with that disappointed reaction? Is this guy a demon? How much more is he going to torture me? I don't know when we'll meet again, but I hope you stay well until then. Passan cut her off, making her stare blankly. No, Arlyn. I'll be very sad if you keep being unable to come like this. I also said I'd take care of you until you get better. Arlyn started to feel a sense of dread. So I thought from now on I'll come here. That's the best way. Arlyn froze. Huh? Why is my bad feeling never wrong? Arlyn tried to refuse. No, you can't. You don't need to worry about me. Don't worry. How can I not worry? It's all my fault. Arlyn, I will definitely visit you every day until you're better. Yes, it's really fine. Smiling on the outside, but screaming on the inside. Just coming here is enough to be fatally stressful, and now you're planning to come every day? No, wait. Even if he's a stubborn kid, he's still the crown prince of an empire. Coming to the Grand Duke's mansion every day is almost impossible. Tomorrow, his busy schedule will catch up to him, and today's words will be quickly forgotten. Let's not take it seriously. I thought so. Until the following days, when Passan did exactly as he had said. He would always call for Arlyn whenever he arrived. Arlyn, I'm here today too. Arlyn glided past, pretending not to hear. Forget what? As of today, it's been a whole week of perfect attendance. The Crown Prince declared he would come every day. And when he had only visited for a day or two, my reaction was, he probably won't come anymore after a few days. He's not going to keep coming, is he? But it actually happened. Arlyn, did you sleep well? I heard you need to sleep well to get healthy. And good morning. To be healthy, you have to live a regular life. You have to walk, take a walk, take a walk. And he would update me with new health information every day. Arlyn, I heard that to be healthy, you have to eat a balanced diet. Ugh, it's so bright, like I'm about to be exorcised. Is this right? Even if he's the crown prince, this is still my house. It's the residence of Grand Duke Hanbon, one of the 5 most powerful ducal families. How can he just come and go as if it's his own home? Are you all just going to stand there and watch the crown prince run wild like this? Someone, say something. Your Highness, please take care of our young lady. Our lady may be frail, but her soul is delicate, gentle, and incredibly lovely. Arlyn thought to herself, traitors? Passan confidently asserted, all right, you can count on me. Count on what? I'm so lonely. My lady, you have to finish your food. I don't have an appetite. Since the Crown Prince started visiting, the mansion's menu, the arrangement of servants, and even the time I wake up have all been adjusted to that brat's whims. The most shocking thing is that Sir Mean allowed it. All of this was permitted by Mean. Just then, Passan said, Hey, Arlyn, I heard that to be healthy, you have to eat all the essential nutrients. I know that. Carbs, protein, fat. Carbs, protein, fat. What are carbs, protein, fat? Carbohydrates, protein, and fat, things like that exist. Like a monster or magic? Where did you learn that, Arlyn? Arlyn cursed internally. Damn it. The attention is back on me again. Somebody, please. The young lady and His Highness, don't they look so good together? It seems His Highness really likes the young lady. The childcare team seems to have lost all hope. On this side, Your Highness. On this side. Your Highness, you should probably stick to wishing for things that are possible. Passan asked, Have you finished eating, Arlyn? I'll have to look into this carb, protein, fat magic later. So shall we go for a walk? You have to walk to get healthy. Let's go outside. Arlyn looked at Passan holding out his hand and called, Your Highness! Arlyn looked at Passan holding out his hand and called, Your Highness, aren't you busy? She thought that even though he was young, Passan was still royalty, and moreover, he was the crown prince who would inherit the throne. Lessons on kingship, swordsmanship training. He was probably using his scarce free time to come here. She continued, For someone as busy as you, is it really necessary to visit every day? Why do you say that? We're friends. Why do you say that? We're friends. Arlyn, you really worry about unnecessary things. I am a little busy, but it's fine. Why? Passan took her hand. I come here because I want to. I like playing with you, Arlyn. You feel the same, right? Boring being at home all alone. Let's go, Arlyn. She thought to herself, friends? Have I ever had something called a friend? Looking back, it seems there were similar things around, just to fit in with the other kids. Proving my own worth was more important. It's awful. That girl is already a genius. Why is she trying so hard? I'm not as good as you, so you look down on me, is that it? You think you're the best? We seem to get along pretty well, don't we? I heard about it. Your mother is famous. When the kids who felt inferior left, their places were filled by those who wanted to use me, and the cycle of emptiness repeated. At some point, I realized I no longer wanted to know anything about normal relationships. But everything was fine from the beginning. In my life, I only needed one person, Mom. But in the end, you were abandoned by your mother too. Who would like someone like you? You'll just end up alone. Don't expect anything. At this rate, it might have been better not to have regained my memories. She remembered Passan's words. We're friends. She thought, what's the benefit of getting close to someone like me who will disappear soon? As expected, if it's going to fall apart in the end, it's better not to start at all. Being alone is more comfortable. Jun, do you think this is all right? Yes, what do you mean, sir? I mean, will there be no problem letting the crown prince come and go so freely like this? Dion thought to himself, for Sermine to ask such a question, and with such a complicated expression. I thought Sermine could stop the crown prince from coming and going at any time, but he hasn't. Can I not attend the childhood friends gathering? Even if he pretends not to care, in the end he's still worried about the young lady, isn't he? Thinking this, Dion spoke up. You already know, Sermine. What is it? That the young lady needs friends her own age. That the young lady needs friends her own age. It will be fine. Children in the Empire grow up like this all the time. Min was silent for a moment, then said, even though you're younger than me, you seem to know quite a lot about children, Dion. That's because I have many nieces and nephews. In the royal palace, the Empress asked Passan, did you go to the Hanbon mansion today as well? Yes, after I got back, I practiced, studied, and trained more. You've had a busy day. How is Arlyn? Arlyn, she's not well enough to go out yet, but they say she's gradually recovering. Actually, she always has a strange expression, so I'm not really sure. I don't know if it's a new game lately, but she just holes up in her room and doesn't come out. The Empress stroked his head. Passan, don't be too kind to Arlyn. Just to the point of liking her, only approach her that much. So you can give up on that child at any time. Afterwards, Passan thought gloomily about what the Empress had said. Words. You should only approach her to the point of liking her. Why? It will be easier for you later, Passan. Mother, why would you say something like that? Do you not like Arlyn? No, that's not it. Even so, if Arlyn gets healthy, maybe Mother's heart will change. Arlyn, I'll try my best. We have to get healthy, okay? The next day at the ducal mansion. That's strange. Normally he would have given up by now. I speak to him coldly. I ignore what he says, not responding. I even hole myself up in my room, locking the door. I don't even show my face anymore. So why does he keep coming? Welcome, Your Highness. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Where is Arlyn? Well, the young lady is also today. It's fine. I'll just go in to say hello and come right out. Ah, Your Highness, you are so kind. Arlyn peeked through a crack in the door, thinking, what an amazing ability to blend in. How did he so naturally gain the affection of everyone in the mansion? Suddenly, Passan saw her. Arlyn, you finally came out. Damn it, I let my guard down. Passan ran over and threw the door wide open. Have you decided not to stay in your room alone anymore? She thought again. Is this the strength of a child? All right, I lose. The hiding plan has failed. Passan continued to chatter nonstop. It's been a while, so it's even nicer to see you, isn't it? Have you been eating properly? Sleeping well? Oh, and also, this is really annoying. It would be so much better if Passan were a bad guy so I could dislike him, or an annoying person so I could keep my distance. But Passan... Arlyn, have you seen the sky? The weather is absolutely beautiful today. Unlike Min or the childcare team, Passan isn't my family or my guardian. The longer we spend together, the more it will surely just end in hurt. Arlyn, but why haven't you said anything this whole time? Are you not feeling well? She remained silent, lost in thought. Passan, aren't you angry? Have you never been ignored without feeling upset? Why are you going this far? At this, Arlyn spoke up. Hey! Passan was surprised and pointed at himself. Me? If hiding or avoiding isn't enough, the only thing left is a direct attack. With that thought, she said boldly, yes, you. Can't you hear me? Her words stunned everyone. No matter how friendly the crown prince was to me, there was still a clear difference in our status. Normally, this could get me beheaded, but since it's between children, it's an appropriate incident to overlook. At this point, you have to get angry, right? You must want to show me the clear difference in our status immediately. All right, Passan. Take this opportunity, get really angry once, and then go back to the palace. But Passan said, Arlyn, are you finally comfortable with me? Arlyn immediately froze. What? Wow, Arlyn is talking informally to me. Finally. Oh my gosh, thank you, I'm so happy. This isn't right. She explained in a fluster. No, Your Highness, I'm speaking informally right now. Aren't you angry? Don't you feel it's disrespectful, annoying, or want to make me kneel to show the difference in our status? Why would I be angry? If it's you, Arlyn, I actually like it. Please keep doing it. She thought to herself, what on earth do you believe in me for? No, snap out of it. At this rate, I'll be swept away by the crown prince again. She said, suddenly, I don't want to speak informally anymore. I want to use honorifics. I don't like it. Go away. I don't like it. Since you don't like it, Arlyn, I don't like it either. And so the two of them clashed. Go away, just go. I don't want to. Why isn't this working? Normally, just being disrespectful is enough to make people annoyed and avoid you. I need something stronger, something more to make Passan turn his back on me immediately. After that, she hugged Min's leg. After a few times, I've come to understand. This happens when I'm exhausted. The crown prince was particularly clingy today, so that must be it. My lady, are you all right? She repeatedly called, Mom, Mom. Min replied helplessly, yes. He thought to himself, she's definitely calling me that on purpose. Should I be thankful that she refrains when outsiders are around? Arlyn said, hey, I've been a good girl and listened to you, so grant me one wish. A wish should be something I get for receiving so many reward stickers. So you won't grant my wish? No, anything is fine. Please feel free to ask. A wish? Does she want an item or to go somewhere? Suddenly, she requested, read me a fairy tale while I sleep. A fairy tale? Is that difficult? I thought she would ask for something grand when she mentioned a wish. Just this. I have enough time to read you a fairy tale. I thought I was already a qualified guardian, but I guess I'm still far from it. It's your bedtime now. I'll read it right away. I want to make a wish every day. Every day might be a bit difficult, but I will try. Every day might be a bit difficult, but I will try. Have you been getting along with His Highness the Crown Prince lately? No. Can't you stop Passan from coming, Min? He wondered to himself. According to the reports, they seem to get along quite well. Did Dion miss some detail? You don't like His Highness the Crown Prince? It's not that. I find it inconvenient. Passan is a kind person. That's why I feel so mean. I don't want to hurt him, and I don't want to get hurt. I see, she's so childlike, yet not like a child at all. I know it too. I won't live for much longer. If he gets close to me, Passan will only suffer. Don't say that. No one knows what the future holds. Really? Why? It's as if he knows nothing. With that thought, she said, Min, please read me this fairy tale. Min thought to himself, even though the child is smiling brightly right in front of me, I still have a sense of unease in my heart. The childhood friends gathering, where the carefully selected futures of the empire convene. There today, Crown Prince Passan was once again surrounded by children. I'm so bored. There's nothing fun to do. So dull. Seeing the twin brothers like this, people whispered, it's the first time I've seen the twins with no energy at all. Hey, don't get noticed. Sel, what do you think, Noel? It's probably because of that, right? I think so too. You think so too. It's all because... You think so too. It's all because Arlyn isn't here. It was so fun. So much fun. The feeling of teasing His Highness was so refreshing. And Haroon, too. Oh, Noel, but I heard a secret. A secret? A secret that His Highness is secretly meeting Arlyn without telling us. What? This is betrayal. Betrayal must be met with revenge, right? Let's follow His Highness. The next day. And so today we decided to follow His Highness all day. Heh heh heh. Let's see what he does when he plays without us. Browning, hurry up. My apologies, young masters. His Highness's first schedule, successor education. His Highness is busy from early in the morning, isn't he? Well, we have to study that too when we get back to the mansion. His Highness's second schedule, afternoon tea with the Empress. Her Majesty the Empress and His Highness look so close. Third, sword practice. He's training with Haroon, from the knightly family that protects the royal family. I heard he never skips a day of physical training. His Highness really has a busy schedule. When on earth does he meet Arl? I'm so sleepy, Noel. Shell, wake up. What if we get caught being careless? But can you let me sleep just a little? We have to make our meticulous surveillance a success. The knights who overheard were surprised. Surveillance? They're conducting surveillance. Over here, Passan said, wait, stop here. Your Highness, is something troubling you? You seem to have been having trouble concentrating lately. Actually, I do have something on my mind. So, the friend your Highness mentioned was the Lady of Hanbon, the first Arlyn health conference. Are you still worried about that frail lady? Yes, I'm following Sir Jay's advice, but I want her to get even healthier. How can Arlyn get healthy? That's what's been worrying me lately. Health? How about exercise? You too? I was thinking the same thing. A healthy body has a healthy mind. I don't know what it is, but it sounds impressive. Makes a lot of sense. Of course I thought so too, but how can Arlyn exercise well? Arlyn said, I get dizzy just walking a little. The three of them said in unison, you just have to do it. Passan was surprised. Even here, I'm having a realization. I see. Now I understand a little. Graham thought helplessly. So what exactly do you understand? Passan then wrote down, "Just do it," on a piece of paper and exclaimed, "I have to go see Arlyn." Graham cried out internally, "Oh my lord." A moment later, Passan had arrived. He called out to Arlyn, "Let's exercise." She didn't answer, thinking to herself, "Who on earth is it? Who is the demon that turned the crown prince into an exercise fanatic?" Passan said excitedly, "I've figured it out." She tried to get away, shooing him off. "Get away from me. Let's exercise. Exercising will make you healthier." "No! My body isn't the type that can be cured by exercising in the first place. First, let's master walking. Just 10 minutes of walking. It's tiring and annoying. What if I faint while walking?" "Don't worry, I'll catch you before you fall." "How will you help me?" Passan then lifted her up effortlessly. "Like this." She was astonished. Is this the average strength of a 7-year-old in this world? What unrealistic power. "So, can you do it?" "I really don't know the reason for this unconditional favor. I definitely need a stronger method, but I just don't understand." "Fine, I'll go." "Excellent. But Arlyn, why are you always alone?" "I mean, besides the butler or servants, I don't seem to see any of your relatives." She replied curtly, "Mean. Mean isn't family either. Are your mother or father somewhere else?" She thought to herself, "Mean is my mother. But if I explain that to Passan, Mean will be in trouble, right? Family, I don't have one. I have a father, but I've never met him since I was born." "Oh, I see, yeah. Are you okay?" Arlyn replied, "I'm fine." "Really?" She thought to herself, "Is this something to be so flustered about? It's as if I've been hurt." Passan stammered, "I mean, in short, it's okay, Arlyn. I'll be by your side, Zika. You don't need a family. From now on, whenever, I will always be with Arlyn." Does this crown prince know how dangerous of a statement he just made? Instead of ridicule and sarcasm, it was warm and gentle words of comfort. "I have no immunity to these things." Oh, Arlyn smiled. Suddenly, the original owner of this body's ego asked, "Do you believe those words? You want to rely on someone again? You have to take responsibility for your own life, don't you? You're not planning to irresponsibly cling to someone else again, are you? You've been through enough to know. In the end, they'll just be disappointed and turn their backs on you." At this, she was startled and let go of Passan's hand, stepping back, causing Passan to call out dejectedly. "Arlyn!" She thought, "I know it too. This is entirely my problem. My problem is that I can't become a character in a novel who lives a full life after remembering her past. Nor can I become a person who fits into this world. I'm going to die soon anyway. Passan, this is something I just have to embrace and disappear with." With that thought, she made a request. "Don't come here anymore. You shine as bright as the sun without a single flaw. I wish you would never know of this world." "I don't want to see you anymore, Your Highness." "Why? All of a sudden?" No matter how I try to explain, the crown prince, who is always welcomed and loved everywhere, probably wouldn't understand. Because you will never have memories of being alienated, looked down upon, or abandoned. So please don't come anymore. Well then. Arlyn. This scene was witnessed by the two brothers. "What now, Sel?" "That's right, Noel, the atmosphere is terrible. Let's just be quiet." Suddenly, both of them were startled. "Is His Highness crying?" After that, at the royal palace, everyone was in an uproar. "How is His Highness the Crown Prince?" "Still the same. This is the first time I've seen His Highness in such a state. He doesn't react no matter what you bring him. Really, I heard he won't even talk to Sir Graham." "What happened?" "Did His Highness cry?" "No, I heard he didn't cry. Something that would make him cry. Sir Graham said His Highness didn't cry." Graham thought to himself, "This is a big problem." Normally by now, there would have been a shower of gifts and a circus performance by the attendants. This amount of time should have been enough for His Highness to be cheered up by the royal chef's array of dishes. But today, His Highness the Crown Prince was different. "Your Highness, are you really not going to tell me? What happened at the Hanbon mansion?" As expected, he still doesn't want to talk. He seemed fine during the day. What on earth happened? This will surely become a more serious problem than I anticipated. At the same time, at the Hanbon mansion. Unlike the bustling royal palace trying to console the crown prince, the Hanbon mansion was steeped in a deep silence. Arlyn, who had been dragged away by the crown prince, had returned alone and had been locked in her room for 3 hours. "Does anyone know what happened? I saw His Highness the Crown Prince with the Sparham twins." "The Sparham twins? Why were they there?" "I don't know. All 3 of them looked like they didn't know what was going on." Currently, the only person who could enter the sealed-off area was one person, Mean. He walked over and announced to everyone, "I'm calling an emergency meeting. All members of the child care team to the meeting room." Everyone quickly gathered. Mean held his forehead and thought to himself, what a headache. The sudden emergency meeting of the childcare team and the urgent letter from the royal palace made me think something big had happened. But I never expected Arlyn to become like this. At this, Mean spoke. Raising a child is difficult. No matter how much you study, when you put it into practice, it's full of unpredictable things. I agree. I think everyone already senses it without me having to explain in detail. The young lady seems very tired, so I would like to hear everyone's valuable opinions. Lena suggested, how about calling a theater troupe? I saw the young lady really enjoyed the play last time. An also spoke up. Now that you mention it, the young lady also likes watching documentaries about scenic world locations. Also, I will bring more novels, including comics and fairy tales, a bit more variety. Suddenly, Uni said, how about you play with the young lady for a day, Sir Mean? No, I'm not saying that because I'm lazy to think. I was thinking about when the young lady is happiest, and it seems to be when she's with you, Sir Mean. Haha, this girl is speaking such useless words. Our apologies. We will discipline Uni thoroughly. We will think of more constructive methods. Uni imagined herself being burned at the stake, but then Mean said, it's fine. The meeting is adjourned for today. What was that? Is he angry? But Mean was pondering Uni's suggestion, happiest when she's with me. Thinking back, even though she likes it so much, I don't have many memories with Aaron. If reading that small fairy tale became a wish, then that child must have felt that way many times over. How foolish of me. But it's still too early to regret now. Meanwhile, Arlyn sat gloomily, lost in thought. So quiet, the light. My mother used to tell me sometimes, you are my light, you are my only hope. Please fulfill my dream. The shining eyes, the frenzied fanaticism hidden within, the embodiment of my old nightmare. My mother wasn't like that from the beginning. She was once a promising violinist, but due to a tragic accident caused by my father, she could no longer play the violin. It's because of you. Everything, it's all because of you. I'm sorry, my love, I'm truly sorry. My father began to obsess over my mother, and then a miracle appeared for them. A daughter with outstanding talent. It was a story that would have been strange if it didn't end in tragedy. You can do it because you're just like me. Good girl, you just need to play well like this. You won't crush your mother's dream like your father did, will you? Did you know, Mother, how much I tried and strive not to disappoint you, but perhaps you secretly knew all along. The truth is, you didn't love me, you just wanted a... The truth is, you didn't love me, you just wanted a daughter who could fulfill your dream. How could you disappoint me so much? How could you? The final International Tchaikovsky competition. The final International Tchaikovsky competition, and the day I could no longer pick up my violin, my mother abandoned me as cruelly as expected. 2 months after that day, my father came to find me. Because you disappointed your mother, she's suffering like this. Your mother is a very pitiful person, please understand her. Now you should also live your life doing what you want. After that, what I ate, what I did, neither of them cared about me anymore. And then one day, congratulations to the young Miss Yu for achieving the dream of violinist Yu. This is a result achieved after great difficulties last year. Mom, I'm still here. I'm here, I'm still alive here, why? Now just give up. Who would look for someone like you, abandoned by your family? How ironic. She remembered Passan's bright smile every time he called her name, Arlyn, and his sweet words, from now on, I will always be with Arlyn whenever, so you don't need a family. Meeting you only after I learned to give up. And now meeting you again just when I'm about to die. So this is really the end, isn't it? But I won't live like my mother because I don't want to get what I want by hurting others. Just then, Mean entered. My lady, it's me. She wondered to herself, Mean was just here. Why? He sat down and gently brushed her hair aside. My lady, let's go out tomorrow. The next day, Dion thought to himself, what in the world am I seeing? Until yesterday, the desk was piled high with reports and documents. Today, it's covered in travel brochures, lists of pastry shops, and event information. Can a person change so much in one night? Really? So where is the best place to go with the young lady? This doesn't suit Sir Mean at all. All right, this is also my job. I think Cyrus is the best. Since it's south of the imperial capital, Pegrita, it's close by carriage, and its stable operation, linked with the Magic Tower and the Ferranchi family, is highly rated. Most importantly, the scenery is beautiful. If the young lady's condition worsens, we will return immediately. Please be prepared. Yes, understood. Dion thought, choosing an outing spot with the same atmosphere as approving a business plan. Will you be departing right away? Certainly. Then I wish you beautiful memories upon your return. How strange. Is there really a day when I see off Sir Mean, the ghost of Hanban? Sir Mean must be very worried about the young lady too. Sigh. I don't know. Why bother thinking about it? While taking notes, Dion suddenly paused. It'll probably be fine since this is for the young lady's sake. Outside the mansion, the carriage had arrived. Min and Arlyn, dressed neatly, were ready to depart. Min thought to himself, how long has it been? Not a business trip, but an outing. Although it's for Arlyn, I also feel a bit lighter. Suddenly, she called out, Min! Yes, my lady. We're wearing matching outfits today. Min replied, it's just that the colors are similar. Min replied, it's just that the colors are similar. It's just a similar coat color. Is it worth being so happy about? Yes, it's a matching outfit. And matching hats too. Yes, matching hats, let's go. There are so many people here. Because this is a famous tourist spot. You don't like it? You don't like it? No, but Mom, you're... No, but Min, the water under my feet. What is this? This is the reflecting lake beneath the magic field. Saris is a city built by covering the entire lake with a special magic field. I'm not an expert in magic, so I don't know the details. It seems there's also a legend that the great magical beast Saris is sleeping here. It's so magical. Suddenly, a child ran past shouting, Dad, let's go together. Mom, buy me that. Does my son want that? Let me see. Min thought it really is a famous tourist spot. There are so many families here. I should probably pick up the young lady too. He looked down and called, My lady. Arlyn replied, It's okay. My mom is here with me. Arlyn replied, It's okay, Min is here with me. You promised to be my mom, Min. He thought to himself, honestly, and then replied, Yes. But why Mom and not Dad? Because I have a father. Even though I've never met him, I still have one. Min thought, how does that make sense? It makes so much sense that I can't claim the position of father. I see. Anyway, Min is better than my dad. I've never met him anyway. That's a given. The scenery is nice, but shall we go get something to eat? All right. Min thought again, how hard have I worked to raise the young lady? There's no way I can lose to that master who has never even bothered to look at her. Is the food to your liking? Yes, it's delicious. That's a relief. I heard there's a water music show soon. Let's wait and watch. Suddenly, someone shouted, Buy some flowers. We have many beautiful flowers. Come and see. Min immediately asked, Shall I buy you a bouquet? They're so pretty. Thank you, Min. So, are you feeling a little better now that you're here? Yeah, since Mom made the effort, I have to cooperate too. Anyway, if you're feeling a bit better, I'm glad. Yeah, it's all thanks to Min. Suddenly, she suggested, Min, when I die, please don't build a grave for me. Can you just place flowers on my path? With these flowers, because they're the first flowers Min bought for me. My lady, what are you saying? I know it too. My illness can't be cured. I will die soon. I know my illness can't be cured. I will die soon. That's why you don't want to get attached to me either, right? That's not it. That's absolutely not it. If it's not, I'll believe you, Min. Still, don't build a grave for me. I just don't want to be alone in a place no one visits anymore. Just as the atmosphere was turning somber, a cheerful young man ran up. Hello! A very fun game for a close father and child. Would you like to participate? Go away right now, those things. Arlyn didn't let Min finish his sentence. I want to try. Please fill out the registration form here. Min, is it okay? I want to try that game. Yes. The rules are very simple. You must have all heard the story of the princess locked in a tower, right? This is just like that. The guardians here are the princesses, and the children who come to save you, by solving the secrets throughout the mansion, are the heroes. Now then, let's watch the brave images of our little heroes. It must be scary, but everyone is so brave. Look at those adorable faces. Min thought, is this really the time to be playing a game like this? Saying such shocking things and then casually playing a game. Or did some other fool in the mansion say something strange again? Maybe I should have a serious talk with her. Wait a minute, what did I just see? Why is that person here? What's going on? Just then, Passan and Arlyn stood facing each other. Her eyes widened in disbelief. As she looked at the person in front of her and called out, Passan. He called her name back. Arlyn. Rewind a few minutes to the mansion escape game. This is a game to rescue a guardian who is locked somewhere in the mansion by solving various puzzles and mechanisms within. There is a special feature. Mister, do you see where I'm hiding? Yeah, is that so? Plus a haunted house element. I actually agreed to play because I didn't want the atmosphere with Min to be awkward, but this is quite fun. This escape room game, I wanted to try it in my past life too. This key should open this door, right? As soon as the door opened, Passan appeared. Passan appeared, leading to the two of them facing each other as they are now. Passan froze for a moment, then cheered excitedly. Arlyn! But she had already slammed the door shut. but she had already slammed the door shut, ignoring Passan calling from the other side. Huh? Hey, Arlyn. Arlyn thought to herself, that's strange. Why is Passan here? Shouldn't he be at the royal palace? Why is this door locked? Calm down. I've locked the door. I just need to back away a little and it'll be fine. Ignoring Passan's continuous calls of Arlyn, she thought worriedly to herself, I have to run. Run away fast and hide. Arlyn, where did you go? Did he break the door? How? Oh, found you, she yelped in surprise. Arlyn, why are you running away? Arlyn, where are you going? Wait a minute. Don't follow me. Passan's hand was about to catch her. She turned back to see it and was startled. And quickly ran into another room. I didn't mean to come in here. It's scary. If it weren't for this terrible body. Didn't I just kick him out yesterday, telling him not to come anymore? And yet, the moment we meet, he chases after me without hesitation. Outside, Passan tried to push the door open. Arlyn, are you in there? Stop! Are you going to break the door again? That's destruction of property. She felt the atmosphere quiet down and let out a sigh of relief. Passan said with a smile, It really is you, Arlyn. How did you get here? You should be at the royal palace right now. You definitely didn't come here to play. Don't tell me you followed me? Passan replied, Yeah. This surprised her, and she thought, You're not even going to try to lie. Passan asked, How did you know? Was it that obvious? You saw me, said glad I found you, and then chased after me. How could I not know? But Arlyn told me not to come to the Hanbon mansion. Do you still not understand why I said that? Go back, leave me alone. She thought to herself, You may not understand now, but one day you will. Passan clenched his fists. I don't want to. Thank you for following and see you again. Why do you want to be alone? I'm more comfortable alone. Really? If you really want to be alone, I will quietly withdraw. I won't look for you as you wish. But Arlyn, do you really want to be alone? Arlyn started to tremble. I don't understand. Why are you going this far for me? Passan lowered his head thoughtfully. Why am I going this far? It's because the day you told me not to come anymore. I had never seen Arlyn with an expression like that. Even though she said cold words, her face looked as if she herself was hurt. Has Arlyn always been worried about being alienated and looked down upon? Not that she was fine, but that she was pretending to be fine. That's strange. Why does my heart feel so sad when I think of Arlyn like that? As Arlyn said, I've never had a memory of being rejected since I was born, so I'm not sure if my thoughts are correct, but right now, I want to know if Arlyn is okay. With that thought, Passan said, I can't leave you alone. I have no value or meaning for you to be so concerned about. If it were you, couldn't you have any friend you wanted? Why? Why me? Because it has to be you. Value and meaning to be concerned about? Of course there is. The friend that I want. What good are those things without you? Without you? Arlyn was surprised, thinking, why does your voice sound so choked up? Saying that much will make me waver. Passan said again, I know, you don't like me very much. If you know, then go. Just go, why after all? But I like you. I'm always wondering what you're doing. Wondering if you miss me. This whole world is filled with Arlyn. In the end, everything ends with you. It's fine if you don't believe me, Arlyn. It's fine if you don't like me. But don't avoid me. Arlyn thought to herself, a trembling breath. But don't avoid me. Arlyn thought, a trembling breath. What am I to you? Why do you have to worry and suffer so much for me? Now I don't even know why I'm crying. I'm scared. I just want to run away and hide again. To a place where no one can find me, where no one knows me. That's clearly what I wanted. Why can't my hand let go of this doorknob? Why do I want to see you? Why do I want to see you, the person who is on the other side of this door? Arlyn spoke softly. Being near me, you will also face misfortune. With you here, I will never be unhappy. People will talk, saying, why are you playing with me? Who would say that? I won't let anyone say such things. Then you will also be disliked and become lonely. But why? Arlyn lowered her head thoughtfully. A few months, a few years later, you might completely forget what happened today and act as if nothing ever happened. Or it wouldn't be strange even if you forgot me overnight. I am a background existence in this novel, while you are the main character, with a soul poured into every word. The main character with a soul poured into every word. I know that too, better than anyone. Just once, even if it's just once. I want to try believing. With that thought, Arlyn stepped closer. I don't like you. That's okay because I like you. Looking at his smile, always shining like the summer sun. I used to think I would burn up or turn to ash. The truth is, have I always been running away from this moment? After a chaotic and awkward scene, am I the only one who feels this way? Be honest, how did you get here today? Did you skip your lessons? I did, but I promised to try harder tomorrow. How did you know I was here? Someone told me. She thought, who on earth could it be? There's a traitor in the mansion, daring to side with the crown prince and leak information. What about this game, then? Passan smiled and replied, coincidence. Are you trying to brush it off with a smile? Fine, let's just solve the puzzle. Passan, you try opening that box over there. Okay, Arlyn, but you usually hate moving around. How are you walking so well here? She pretended not to hear. Passan said again, can you move around if you're having fun? Huh, why is this broken? I didn't use much force. Arlyn exclaimed, it's solved. You solved it, Arlyn? Amazing. It's like a map. If we follow it, we can find the princess's room right away. By the way, Passan, who is the princess you have to save? Me? It's Griam. You're with Mean, right, Arlyn? Yeah, I have to go save Princess Mean. Me too, I have to save Princess Griam. Suddenly, Passan froze. Arlyn asked, why the sudden stop? That statue? I think it just moved. Don't joke like that. Strange, I thought it moved. That's strange, I thought it moved. By the way, I haven't seen any other kids around here. Arlyn thought to herself, I'm not afraid of ghosts, but I hate mysteries like this. Could this be some kind of hidden camera prank? Passan, stop saying weird things and let's get to the final room quickly. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed through Arlyn's mind. She wondered, what was that? What is this unusual feeling? Arlyn, are you okay? What's wrong? Her instincts were telling her this. She thought in a panic, I have to run. He suddenly called her name, Arlyn. He suddenly called her name and reached out to grab her helplessly. Suddenly, Passan was back outside. People were bustling around. Mom, my daughter, were you scared? Immediately after, a loud call. Young master, are you all right? Passan asked confusedly. Griam, what happened? Explain it to me. Ah, well, the magician in charge was also speaking incoherently, so I don't know for sure. But it seems there was an error in the magic cast within the mansion. An error? Yes, so we went to find the children ourselves. Do you know how surprised we were when all the recording orbs in the guardians' rooms were broken? Anyway, it's a relief that you're okay, young master. But Arlyn is still in there. Just then, Mean arrived. What do you mean by that? At the same time, Arlyn slowly woke up. It's so dark, what happened? I felt a strange energy and pushed Passan away. But did I get swept up in it? I'm screwed. When I was with Passan, I still felt safe to some extent. But now just one wrong step could get me killed. Suddenly, she saw something flash by. She quickly hid under a table. The intuition of the weakest person in the world was screaming, that's not human. Did I accidentally take on the challenge that Passan was supposed to face? Something is wrong. This isn't... Suddenly she looked up. Footsteps. A mysterious figure approached, with sharp blue eyes in the dark space. Outside there was chaotic, hurried noise. Where did the person in charge of the mansion's barrier go? First, please calm down. Mean said, I found some very interesting parts in the financial reports and safety inspection records of the Ferranchi family. I'm sure you understand what I mean. You, the magicians of the Magic Tower branch, will have to explain this situation clearly. No, why are you making things so difficult for me? A magical reaction phenomenon, Mr. Johnson. It seems the barriers have overlapped. This is impossible unless it's a high-level mage. What does that mean? In other words, barriers cannot overlap. Even if they could, the power wouldn't increase. The reason for overlapping barriers is usually singular, the appearance of another world in the same location. To put it simply, Lady Arlyn is... Back with Arlyn, the boy with golden eyes smiled and said, Can you see me? The people outside were still trying to fix the magical error. Even though it's the same location, it's two completely different worlds. Such places are often called parallel worlds, like another world you can go to if you meet a specific condition. It's also a type of natural phenomenon. Even if this is a parallel world, the structure would be similar because the space is shared. However, it would be more accurate to say the inhabitants are different. For example, high-level magical beasts or demons. A parallel world. Perhaps in this case, similar barrier magic circles were layered to create a positional rift. This is not a common skill for a mage. Even knowing the principle, it's not easy to replicate. Mean said, Skip all that. There's only one thing I want to know. Can our young lady be brought out safely? That... Suddenly flames erupted fiercely. What is this? Is the barrier on fire? How is this phenomenon possible? Everyone, return to your positions to stabilize the barrier. Where is Mr. Hansen? Get him here now. Mean wondered, what on earth is happening inside Arlyn? That's right, what on earth happened? Ebony black hair, golden eyes like a predator's. From the moment our eyes met, my body felt bound, completely unable to move. It was as if I had become the prey of a giant monster. Just then he approached Arlyn. That's strange. Just then he approached Arlyn. That's strange. I'm not supposed to be visible. Why does it feel like you're looking right at me? Arlyn thought fearfully. Maybe I should pretend I don't know. But it seems I've already been caught. But if it's discovered that I can see him, he said again. How interesting. Then with a snap of his fingers, the chains around Arlyn immediately broke and loosened. She gasped for breath. Thought my body was stiff because of the tension. Did he use magic on me? Don't be so scared. I don't plan on doing anything to you right now, kid. A minute ago, when our eyes met, he looked like a normal person on the outside. What is this dangerous aura I keep feeling? At this, she hesitated and asked, who are you? At this, she hesitated and asked, who are you? Wait, you're not a ghost, are you? His eyes widened in surprise, and then he suddenly clutched his stomach and burst out laughing. What? What's wrong? A ghost? I'm not that kind of low-level monster. This is really strange. You can really see me? How on earth can you see me? I've already kicked out all the living things. Could the range setting be faulty? It's also strange that a kid is so resilient. Normally, ordinary people, the moment they peek into this place, would faint and not wake up until they die. So I'm going to die? Do you see me as that kind of person? She stammered. Yes. Then quickly corrected herself. No. She stammered. Yes. Then quickly corrected herself. No? Really? Well then, I'll do this. She thought to herself, is he angry? Was it because I hesitated for a moment in my answer, or was he just displeased? As expected, today is the day I die. He's going to kill me, right? He's going to kill me. Or maybe before I die, I can beg him to let me have Mean write my will for me? Suddenly he said, well, and this is also fate. What? Is he letting me go? Since we've met, let me ask you. Have you seen anything very large or strange or special here? Over there. It's at the end of the hallway connected to the main hall. Is that so? Thanks, kid. Is that so? Thanks, kid. Thanks to you, I got some useful information, so I'll give you this. She took it and realized it was an Easter egg. He turned to leave, leaving a reminder. Hold on to it tightly and you might be able to survive. A piece of advice for you, kid. You'd better get to the opposite side quickly. If you don't want to get caught up and die, what? He's gone. If he's not a ghost, then what on earth is he? I feel like I've been bewitched. But he told me to run to the opposite side. I can't run. And the lights are on too. Thank goodness. What is this? A shield? Suddenly, a loud explosion rang out in front of her. She stammered, This is crazy. You have to give me time to run. And so she quickly ran. She approached the crack. Then the scene shifted to somewhere else. Arlyn woke up wondering, what happened? I died and went to heaven. But when she looked around the room, she realized, I'm back in the mansion? She looked down and saw the broken egg. She looked down at the broken egg, then stared at the glowing back of her hand. What is this, a star? Back with the others. Phew. The barrier seems to be stable now. You can all go inside now. Suddenly, Passan bolted. Your height! No, young master! Passan ran in, pushing open doors and searching. Not here. Passan ran in, pushing open doors and searching. Not here. Not here either. Arlyn, where on earth are you? Could it be that you were teleported somewhere other than the mansion? Suddenly, Mean's call made Passan turn his head. My lady, are you all right? Arlyn, are you okay? Are you hurt anywhere? Do you feel unwell anywhere? What on earth happened in there? The two of them bombarded her with questions, but Arlyn's vision was already blurring. I thought I was fine. The exhaustion is just hitting me now. Arlyn, what's wrong? Are you dizzy? She replied, I'm just going to sleep for a little while. It's okay, don't worry. In the mansion, Uni worriedly looked out the window. They're so late. A day has passed since the young lady and Mean left for Saris. Lena stood beside her and said, though I hate to admit it, Mean was probably right. I wish the young lady could come back with a happy face. I thought the young lady would have a good time and return to her usual self. Why did the young lady end up like this? First, the treatment is done. How is she? Is anything wrong? After examination, my lady, there are no major abnormalities in her vitals. It's just that she's in a deep sleep. This person is a priest from the church. A healer from the magic tower continued. From what I see, there are no deformities, and her magical response is also normal. A doctor from the medical association also added, I see the same. Perhaps she just fainted from exhaustion. To collapse so weakly and just be simply asleep. What's wrong? Do you know when the young lady will wake up? Well, Lady Arlyn is naturally weak, so it's difficult for us to predict. All right, everyone, you may leave. I'm sorry, my lady, it's all my fault. As your guardian, I should have been by your side, yet I couldn't protect you properly. I just wanted the young lady to be happier. Uni sadly called out. Sir Mean. Lena comforted. Don't worry too much. The young lady will wake up soon, just like last time. I hope so. The young lady is just sleeping, but 3 days passed, and she still hadn't woken up. The people from the Magic Association couldn't help but worry. Why isn't she waking up? We can't find the cause at all. Today's test results also show no major abnormalities. That's right. At this rate, aren't we all going to die? If you have time to complain weekly, go cast some vitality magic on the young lady. No joke, if the young lady doesn't wake up, we're all done for. That's true. It's so stressful every time I go in for treatment. His Highness the Crown Prince is keeping watch by the young lady's side. But His Highness the Crown Prince is keeping watch by the young lady's side. I heard the relationship between the Crown Prince and the young lady is very good. Of course. Otherwise, how could he stay by her side day and night like this? Graham called out worriedly. Your Highness, you really have to return now. Passan replied, I'm not going, not until Arlyn wakes up. You could return to the palace and come back later. What if Arlyn gets sick or wakes up while I'm gone, so I'm not going? Graham thought to himself, His Highness is this stubborn. As expected, I can't overcome a stubbornness that even the inner palace couldn't handle. All right, I understand. Then I will be outside. If you need anything, please call me. And so Passan sat by her side, not taking his eyes off Arlyn. He whispered her name, Arlyn. Wait, could it be? He whispered her name. Arlyn. Wait, could it be? He raised his hand to check. She's still breathing. It's strange. Just a few months ago, I didn't even know Arlyn was present at the childhood friends gathering. Now I don't want to think about a world without you. Of course, even though Arlyn is always busy pushing me away. At first, like everyone else, I thought if Arlyn quickly liked me, we could get along. But the closer I got, the more I couldn't grasp her. I even felt like she would disappear. For the first time in my life, I knew what fear was. Arlyn, are you planning to just disappear like that? Because I foolishly let you slip away. Because I didn't take that hand back then. You're not planning to hide in your dreams this time, are you? Arlyn, wake up. He took her hand and pleaded, Please wake up. This won't happen again. Next time, I will protect you. In a daze, Arlyn found herself in someone's arms. She thought to herself, so warm. Who is it? Pink eyes, just like mine. My love? A voice like a song. Remember, you are... I can't hear clearly. What did she say? Just then, she woke up with a start. Was it a dream? But what did I dream about? It feels like something I shouldn't forget. Passan, sitting beside her, immediately called out, Arlyn! She asked in surprise. Passan, why are you here? He didn't answer but shouted with a voice full of emotion. She thought blankly, What? What is it? What's wrong with him? So I've been sleeping for several days since that day. And while I was sleeping, you didn't return to the royal palace even once? Passan smiled and replied, Nope. Are you crazy? But Arlyn, you were so sick. How could I go back? What are you talking about? You have to go home eventually. But Arlyn was on her deathbed. I was not on my deathbed, okay? I was just sleeping. Don't just decide I'm about to die, okay? But you were lying there for days without waking up and your breathing was so weak. What if something happened to you while I was gone, Arlyn? She stammered. What could happen? This is my home. But there's a saying, man proposes, God disposes. You don't like me staying here, Arlyn? It's not that I don't like it. Passan moved closer and asked, So you like it? She stammered shyly. She thought to herself, I don't hate it. It's clear I don't hate it, but I can't bring myself to say it. He looked so expectant. Suddenly, Mean entered and said, My lady, you're awake? Uni also called out, her voice filled with emotion. My lady. Uni also called out with tears in her eyes. My lady, did you sleep well? Are you in any pain? Yes, I'm fine. That's a relief. It's good that you don't have a fever. She thought to herself. Mean looks so tired, like someone who hasn't slept in days. Even though I said I'm fine, he must still be worried. Since I started calling him Mom, Mean has become gentler. But I didn't expect him to worry this much. Seeing this display of concern, Passan asked irritably, Hey, what's your relationship? What do you mean, what relationship? It doesn't seem like the normal relationship between a master and a servant. She glanced at Mean. How should I put it? It's not that rigid. Because Mom is my mom. Mom? Something like that. Mean tried to stop her, but it was too late. Passan, he's like a mother to Arlyn. I see, he said helplessly. Do I not need to explain further? In that case, Passan suddenly declared loudly, I will be Arlyn's father. Mean and Arlyn broke out in a sweat hearing that. What? Why would I refuse? I can be a really good father. Just trust me once, Arlyn. And so Passan, who insisted on being my father, after an examination confirmed there were no abnormalities, finally returned to the royal palace after 5 whole days. I'll be back. Wait for me, Arlyn. Saying you'll be back? But your highness, you finally made me come in person, Sir Parcelo. More accurately, he was escorted away by his uncle from the royal palace. Arlyn asked, That's so scary. Who is that? Min explained, He is the head of the Royal Education Academy and also directly in charge of the Crown Prince's education. You probably won't have many opportunities to meet him for now, my lady. Despite his appearance, he is a true educator, so the Crown Prince should be fine. Is that so? It's just that it'll be a little tough. Arlyn couldn't help but worry when she heard that. She wondered, will Passan be okay? My lady, I was so worried. Arlyn looked up and called, Min! Suddenly she made a request. Hold me. Min was a bit stunned, but he quickly smiled and replied, My lady, you are quite the whiner. Because Min is my mom. How have you been holding back from whining like this all this time? But everyone likes it when I act mature. If I cry, whine, or am stubborn, people might find me annoying and not want to see me anymore. My lady, no, Aaron, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She asked, For what? For everything. For leaving you lonely, for neglecting you, for not realizing, for making you sad, everything. Everything. She said, Mom, it's okay. Really, you don't have to make that face. Besides, Min isn't like before anymore, right? Yes, I deeply regret it. Yes, I deeply regret it. Because I am the young lady's mother. She was astonished. Huh? What was that? Is that really the Min I know? Min is strict, sensitive, and meticulous. A person like that, and yet this Min is calling himself Mom? A person like that, and yet this Min is calling himself Mom? And so she threw her arms around Min. That's dangerous, my lady. My first outing with Mom was really fun. But still, my first outing with Mom was really fun. Will you take me again? Of course. Whenever you wish, my lady. Afterwards, Min told Dion grimly, Traitor, follow me to my office. How dare you leak information about the young lady to the royal palace? Sir Min, no, I did it for the young lady's sake. Elsewhere, even if it's a decision from Bridgman, the Supreme Council of the Magic Tower. Aren't these kinds of things usually handled by the branch? Temporarily halt the operation of Lake Saris. I've been so busy training disciples lately I could go crazy, and now I have to send a holy level mage here too. What a waste of manpower. I heard the branch couldn't determine the cause of the unusual phenomenon. If we examine the barrier, we should find an answer. The barrier is normal. What on earth needs fixing here? The other barriers have no issues either. As expected, a barrier that has been stable for hundreds of years can't suddenly malfunction. If there really was a problem, this city would have sunk under the lake long ago. I heard there was a rift leading to a parallel world, so I thought there would be some special phenomenon. Wait, you don't find anything strange? Strange how? I see, it's unusually quiet. The presence of the great magical beast Sarit. It has vanished. Meanwhile, the boy with golden eyes sat and thought, what was that child back then? Truly an interesting child. I was bored, and just then I found a fun toy. Cutting to Arlyn, she looked at the mark on her hand and said, As expected, only I can see the seal. If someone else saw it, they would definitely ask, what is this? Even Min. My lady, was there nothing strange in the mansion? For example, seeing something or anything unusual happening. Although he asked questions like that, it didn't seem to be because he saw the seal. For some reason, I have a feeling that if I talk about it, something will happen. So I ignored it. I don't remember anything. It must be because of that strange man from back then, right? Who on earth was he? There's no character like that in the novel either. I just hope I don't get involved in anything weird again. Currently, there's already the number one weirdo, Passan. And now everyone is being overly protective of me. I'll have to wait a while before I can look into this seal. Just then, Mandy came in and called, My lady! Just then, Min entered and called, My lady, so you were here? I've been looking for you. Min, are you done with your busy work? Yes, everything concluded very smoothly. You seem very happy, Min. It's probably because he got to vent all his frustrations from the past few days. After I woke up, Min filed a lawsuit against the Magic Tower and the Ferenci family, creating a major purge. Sir Min's eyes have lost control. Does he lose all sense of right and wrong whenever it involves the young lady? He's probably just releasing his pent-up stress. With a threatening demeanor so intense that the Magic Tower and the Ferenci family even sent apology letters for his fierce reaction. The result of the lawsuit was, of course, a victory for Hanbon. Min's mood is probably good because the trial ended today, and the compensation money has also been transferred. Min said, I have transferred all of today's compensation money into your account, my lady, although there are still some amounts being processed. She asked, why? Because that is the compensation I won for you, my lady. Just think of it as pocket money. What is pocket money for a ducal family? Is there nothing you want to do, my lady? You have plenty of pocket money now. Something I want to do. If not, you can tell me when you think of something. Arlyn said, no, I have something. I want to reward Mean. He asked, bewildered, pardon? Both Mean and the childcare team have been working their fingers to the bone without a break. Working hard all day, I will heal you all financially. Mean asked on, did you record that with the magic orb just now? Yes. Keep it forever. I'll mark this as an anniversary. Arlyn said, I'm serious. I really want to give it to you all. Your sentiment is more than enough, my lady. I didn't offer my sentiment. I clearly see it. She thought to herself, attacking with a cute expression is unfair. Was Mean always this sly? All right, then will the childcare team accept it? Uni and On replied in unison, the young lady's first bonus. We want an envelope. Put it in an envelope. We will absolutely not spend it. I will keep it for the rest of my life as a symbol of my loyalty. Basically, you're just going to use it as a good luck charm. If I insist, they'll still do it. Mean thought. When the young lady first woke up, I was very worried, but seeing her as she normally is, I'm so relieved. For now, everything will focus on the young lady's recovery. I've sent a message to Jaren in the north, so he should know by now. The northern front lines. What? What did you say? Lady Arlyn fainted, really? Why? Did you hear directly from Mean? No. Why would such a small, adorable young lady faint? I don't know the details, just that the young lady fainted. No, why didn't you listen to the most important part? Aren't you worried about the young lady? Go die to atone for your sins. No. Mean reported it and then cut off contact himself. He wouldn't pick up no matter how many times I called. Why are you blaming me? It's because you're always so rude to Mean that this happened. Just then, Duke Hanbun arrived. That's enough. Don't you people have work to do? The Duke was still holding a blood-stained sword. Jaren thought, the atmosphere is so heavy. He's in a terrible mood. Why did the bad news have to arrive on this day of all days? But he couldn't not report it. With that thought, he spoke up. I have news about the master. I only heard a brief summary. It seems the young lady has fainted. After that, the young lady was unable to leave her bed for several days. The Duke started to leave, but he called out, there's more I haven't said. That's enough, Jaren. Why does he seem even scarier today? After that, the Duke went to the communication orb. Mean's voice came from the other side. Master, how strange. You're initiating contact. Explain, Mean. What happened? After the conversation ended, Mean replied, yes, goodbye then. He wondered, what was that? Has he ever been like this before? I thought he didn't care at all. He's always been indifferent to all news before. So why? It's fine as long as she's woken up. Just that if she faints again next time, you must call me first. Could this also just be his usual moodiness, or is it genuine concern? I thought I was the one who understood him best. Oh dear, forget it. It's truly a miserable fate to serve the wrong master. Perhaps it started from the day I set foot in this mansion. Sometimes it still appears as faint fragments of memory. The days of aimless wandering, a small hand suddenly extended before my eyes, without a hint of hesitation. Come with me. The voice of the young Duke back then. Taking that hand, I first set foot in the Hanbon mansion. And that's the kid? I heard he's a commoner the young Duke brought back. Said to be a genius or something. Well, probably nothing special. From the moment I stepped into the mansion, I had to endure those gazes. At that time, the only support I could believe in. Was his back. And yet, in the end, you abandoned me, holding yourself up alone in the northern city. What for? Suddenly, a voice came from outside. Sir Mean, it's Dion. Come in. My apologies for coming so late, but a letter just arrived. I don't get letters from anyone. It's a letter addressed specifically to you, Sir Mean, from the royal palace. After that, the carriage quickly arrived at the royal palace. Mean went to have an audience with the Empress. Welcome, Sir Mean. I pay my respects to Your Majesty the Empress. It's been a while. Have you been well? Have a seat. Thanks to Your Majesty's grace, I have been well. Oh my, what grace have I bestowed upon you? I don't even remember doing so. It's just a polite phrase. You are always so formal, Sir Mean. It's because Your Majesty is too relaxed. Perhaps so, since I've been in this position for too long. Power and glory are very addictive. Drink up. I've prepared the kind you like. Drink up. I've prepared the kind you like. Thank you, Your Majesty. Mean lifted the teacup. Thinking, what should I say? Suddenly, the Empress said, I heard Passan has been causing you trouble. As expected, it's about the Crown Prince. He's even been refusing to return to the palace lately. Of course it would attract attention. With that thought, Min replied, "Not at all. I can only be grateful for the Crown Prince's visits. Thanks to His Highness's frequent visits, Lady Arlyn has been exercising and going out more. That's good. I was worried he would be a nuisance. I know your Majesty has always cherished the young lady. Thank you for your concern. It's nothing. It's what I should do. No, or rather, I couldn't help but do it. Because that child looks so much like someone. Although she doesn't look much like Grand Duke Hanban." Min wondered to himself, "Not like my master? Then who among the people I know does she resemble? There's only one person I can think of. Empress Angie once had a deep connection with the Hanban family, so seeing the young lady must remind her of that time. If that's the case, that sad look in her eyes is understandable." Suddenly the Empress asked, "Sir Min, do you know who the child's mother is?" "No, even to me my master has never said." "Then can you guess who it might be?" "Unfortunately, at that time, my master was busy with Hanban's internal affairs and had no time to meet anyone. It's also possible that during a time you didn't know about, he had a woman by his side." Min replied, "That's possible." He thought again, "But for someone who trusts no one like him, that's unlikely." The Empress set down her teacup. "I see. I was wondering if you had any news of the master, like the reason he's always in the north or when he might return." "I'm not sure either. He insists it's a secret and won't reveal anything. Even the Empress isn't allowed to know, so besides the Emperor, probably no one knows his whereabouts. But I guess it's probably related to Lady Arlyn." Min looked at her suspiciously. "By the way, that little girl is so lovely, small, cute, just looking at her warms my heart." "As expected of you, Sir Min. Even though you're a genius, I didn't expect you to have a knack for raising children." On Arlyn's side, "Someone talking about me? My ears have been itching." Min replied, "Not at all. It's thanks to the young lady growing up healthy on her own. I heard the Crown Prince will start visiting the mansion from today." "Yes, he should be arriving now. For the past week he has been studying and training diligently just to see Lady Arlyn. It's just that the direction of that change seems a bit different from what I expected." At the ducal mansion. "Arlyn, I missed you so much." "Didn't you miss me, Arlyn?" I missed you, longed for you. I was always thinking about you." Arlyn thought wearily. I'm already tired." Passan continued, "Arlyn, are you listening? Why aren't you answering? To see you, I took on twice as many assignments and lessons from my master, and even endured training sessions from hell. That's enough to show how much I missed you, right?" And yet Arlyn coldly pushed him away. "Get off." It's only been a week since we last saw each other." She thought to herself, that one peaceful week was so nice. Still, it was a little boring without hearing this annoying voice. She patted Passan's head comfortingly. There, is that better?" "Yeah, actually, while I was away from you, I thought a lot." About what?" "About my past actions. I should have been more considerate of you, so I prepared this." She thought, confused. What's wrong with him today? What did he prepare? Suddenly, Passan held out a piece of paper with the words, "You too can become a sword master." Tada! A training plan for Arlyn. I consulted with top experts to create it. After what happened before, I realized that you might be in danger because you're too weak. Passan held a scroll that was several dozen meters long and continued. "Although it's sad, I can't always be by your side, so I made a very systematic plan. What do you think?" She thought to herself, "Are you crazy? Go back to the palace, you brat." Arlyn bluntly refused. "I'm not doing it." "What?" I politely declined that plan. "Why? Is there something you don't like? This was prepared after gathering the best experts." "You do it yourself." "Arlyn, you said you would get along with me from now on." "I never said that." "You said you would do what I say." "I never promised that either." "Then can you at least read the summary? Just by following it, you can become healthier, Arlyn. The content is about making me a sword master." "I can't even run. What am I supposed to—" "You know that, right?" "That's why it's a goal. Just try reading it, Arlyn. You can refuse after you've read it." Arlyn wondered, why is he so confident? It's obviously an unreasonable plan. Arlyn looked at it and was surprised. Walking, posture correction. First, I'm most concerned about Arlyn's foundational stamina. For strength training, we'll start with the easy stuff. First, focus on posture correction and regular walking. For 3 out of 7 days... Arlyn interrupted. "Wait, stop. 7 days a week? I have to do this every day? I mean, that's the basics. That's how you build stamina." Arlyn handed back the stack of papers. "I knew it. I'll just pretend I never heard anything." With that, she glided away like the wind. "Wait, Arlyn, where are you going?" Passan ran to block her path, persuading, "This is a plan that I stayed up all night getting help with, pushing aside my training and my life. pouring all my heart, blood, and sweat into. Even so, you're still not going to do it? All right, I get it. Arlyn let out a sigh. Why can't I ever refuse when I know this will happen? Really? You agreed. Don't say you won't do it later. But you know, right? There's no guarantee my illness will be cured by training. It's not that kind of illness to begin with. Yeah, I know. Looking at Passan's expression, she felt dejected. Believe what? You're not listening to a word I'm saying. No, but I will do whatever it takes to help you get healthy, Arlyn. Want to try starting with something light? Come here, Arlyn. All right, that's fine. After what just happened, I realize I need more stamina anyway. More importantly, while I'm still alive, showing everyone a healthy side of me isn't a bad thing. Nothing bad will happen, right? A few hours later, I fiercely regretted this decision. Remember this. The phrase, "it'll probably be fine," always kills people. Arlyn panted, collapsing to her knees. I can't walk anymore. Passan, like a strict teacher, stood with his arms crossed and asked, What are you doing? Get up, trainee. We haven't even reached half our goal. Don't act weak. You agreed to cooperate, didn't you? That's true, but Arlyn recalled the terrible time. Sit down, stand up, sit down, stand up. 15 reps of sitting and standing from a chair. I didn't expect it to be this harsh. Holding my back straight for 20 minutes.